Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope everyone's enjoying the live broadcast.
She has to get a part-time job working in grocery store cash register. Only reason she could earn a wage at all is the manager liked how she looked in a skirt. Part-time job working at grocery store cash register.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome in.
Oh, welcome.
Welcome to Poorly Played Stream 532.
Yeah.
Brian, that's a lot of episodes. We finally finished. I didn't do the Instagram promotion.
That's all right.
We were supposed to do Instagram promotion. We didn't. I was dealing with a little bit of volume. Everything seems quiet. Why is everything?
Yeah.
Now it's not so quiet. But
well, we beat Metal Gear.
We did last week.
And the show missed quiet so much.
Yeah, it's true. Maybe that has something to do with it. A ghost in the machine. You don't know where she went after she fled into the Afghanistan desert.
I think she died.
You do?
Yeah.
You got to see that part last Wednesday.
Yes.
You were here with us. I came in. I did a special extra episode, a 0.5. That was where we finally got the truth / the man who sold the world mission unlocked. It was great. I missed you. I did. I told the audience. I said it's going to be a little more emotional because you're not here, and I won't get uncomfortable and start making jokes and stuff. I'm just gonna have to try not to cry when Big Boss is telling me that you are me and I am you, and together we are Big Boss.
Yep.
I just get a little teary-eyed. It's like I'd do anything for you. But, alas, we're moving on. What are we playing right now? Oh,
new game.
We're playing, wait, what is this?
What is this?
What the heck is this? I don't want to play fucking Sony
you-
Computer Entertainment dot room. Oh, this is motion capture
Oh,
for
I've never
Resident
seen
Evil 8.
it.
The game has all this cool stuff. Look how the Nerf guns they are using. Like, damn.
Whoa, Mother Miranda.
They got the wolf team with the purple fucking two-tone.
Wow.
I'm gonna do all my airsoft guns like that, like a lavender Easter colors.
That's what all my custom guns are in Metal Gear 5. They're all like
really?
like pastel
Wait,
powder blue.
You changed the color of your weapons in customization?
Yeah.
I never did that.
Really?
No.
That's funny.
I wanted the basic, like this is the way they look
No,
in real life.
I would
black steel.
I would customize them to have different colors. Like I had like a pastel pink. and,
I
like, all
hated
these-
the trank or the stun, like rubber bullet guns were like had blue silencers.
Oh, I loved it.
I
love
wished
all
I
that.
could change
yeah,
that.
You can change all of that.
Oh,
The
can I
whole
make 'em
gun would be
black?
one color. Yeah, if you want.
Ooh, I should have done that.
I think you can. But man, yeah, that's a fun game. I'm so fucking happy we're done with.
Are you
Metal
happy
Gear.
we're finished?
I'm so happy.
Why are you happy? Were you getting sick of it?
Oh my god, I'm so fucking tired of it.
Really? It's the
yeah.
best game made.
Yeah, I know, but man, like
It's my favorite video game.
we did so much out of it the first time that you and I played through that game that like going back to it from the beginning.
For how many months? We started
It was like 3 months.
in the
4
beginning
months.
of summer, and we went all the way until like Monday.
Yeah.
Which is so fucking fitting because the Metal Gear Solid Master Collection Vol.1 came out Tuesday.
Oh yeah. And I heard it's got problems.
Really?
Problems.
I mean, isn't that to be expected? I haven't heard anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, just like it didn't ship at 1080p for any of the games like they said
Well,
it would
we
be.
knew that.
I thought they were all going to be in 1080p.
No.
I'm pretty sure they said
I
it was
knew-
gonna be that.
I knew it wasn't going to be.
Anyway, there's some problems with the game, but I mean that I was describing it on KLBR yesterday. We're at that point in video games because this media has been around long enough that you know certain games, like if it came out in 1995, there's a chance that your grandpa played that game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right.
Like gamers are getting into games when we got into games, and if you're 12 years old, 13 years old, that's the perfect time to get into Metal Gear Solid.
Oh yeah.
So that's a greatest hits CD, and Sony's always had it right by calling it the greatest hits. But that's exactly what it would be when we were younger and you'd go see the Scorpions discography at fucking Target.
Yeah.
They'd have like 3 different like greatest hits or the essentials or golden classics or whatever the fuck. That's what this is. Like if you or I, like if you grew up with those games, you own those games probably still on the platform they came out on.
Totally own them still.
Or the best version of it that came out on like PS3 or Xbox 360.
Yeah. We've had this collection several times, by the
Exactly.
way. We've had this is now the Master Collection, right?
Volume 1.
We've had the Legacy
Yeah.
Collection. We've had the HD Remaster Collection.
Yeah.
We've had different names of the same product Konami's been selling us.
Yeah.
And I've bought every one.
Now, here's the thing that I was realizing today, and I made this claim on KLBR.
Sure.
I want to make this claim here because I want it to be documented for when this happens. Because I was talking about like what it would take to make a new Metal Gear game, like just to get a new one out. What would it look like? How would it be? What would you have to do for it? And the number one thing I think you would have to do, I mean, I listed a number of things, but like you'd have to subvert the gamer's expectation of what the game they're playing actually is, right? Because that's
Yeah.
what Metal Gear did to begin with. That made us so.
Yeah, read the read the memory card,
Yeah.
you know, freak you out.
Here's the
Make the
thing.
controller vibrate on the floor.
Here's the thing that I think that they're gonna do for Metal Gear Delta, because it's interesting to me. This is what I am speculating they're gonna do if they're smart and they want to do it the right way. If they really want to make a remake of the series, like they're of the best game in the series,
Yeah.
you make it seem like the game is that. It's just Metal Gear Delta. It's a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, the favorite Metal Gear from the PS2, you know, the tactical espionage era.
Yeah.
But
You don't deviate within the first like 2 hours at all.
you know there are going to be deviations, but just like in Metal Gear, how they used stealth as an advantage because they wanted to not overload the screen with too many sprites, you use the changes as a key to the fact that you're not playing just a Metal Gear 3 remake. You're playing the new Metal Gear, and it's called Metal Gear Delta because Delta is what measures the change of something, right?
Is that what Delta means?
That's what Delta means in like mathematics, like the change. It measures the change. So
something to do with a triangle. That's all I know.
So I was saying this because Vector was in my chat earlier, but now they're in here. They're thinking that it's my wishful thinking. And it is wishful thinking, and I accept that. I'm totally fine accepting that.
Yeah.
But if I'm right, because I kind of when the trailer came out, I kind of fucking called it. I'm watching it, joking, being like, "This is Metal Gear."
Whoa!
And I signified all these different things.
Dude, seeing his face is freaking me out. So this is the first time I've ever played.
Oh, you didn't play the third person?
No, I've waited specifically because I knew this year we were gonna play through Resident Evil 8 in third person. So this is the first time I've ever checked third person out. That's crazy.
That's really cool.
Seeing Ethan's face is fucking wild. Of course, that's the first thing I did.
That's
anyway,
really cool. Well, mark my words. Mark my words. I said it today on what is it? October 25th.
I just did this in VR. It's funny doing this again a third time.
You'll see. You'll see when I'm right. We'll come back to
You'll
this day.
see.
When I'm right.
I would love that, man. What if you got through all the way like to the end of the game, and then it's like you take a VR helmet off, and you're like, oh, you're done with the virtuous mission, and that's like part 1 of the game.
You're done learning about Solid Snake and his path and his mission.
Now you're ready to be, what if you're right and like experiencing that?
You're being implanted their memories to learn how to be them.
Yeah.
Like memory.
I mean, that's kind of where Desmond and the whole Assassin's Creed plot lay. It's him experiencing the past.
Right. And that was sort of what, and people forget that was why there was such a big
they dropped that
connection between the two games when they first came out. Remember?
Yes, yeah.
Like
eventually, and not even the first 2, like the first 4.
Oh yeah.
Eventually, they got rid of Desmond, I think, and what was it, the Anubis or whatever?
Animus.
But
I mean, like they had the fucking Assassin's Creed Shroud in Metal Gear 4.
Yeah, that was cool.
So, I think originally it was sort of the same sort of concept of what is reality if it's not experienced through memories and yada yada. So there was that connection, and I could see them going that route and having it be a completely different style of Metal Gear game.
What mode am I in?
And it would be cool. I think that would be the right way to do it. What better way to introduce a brand new Metal Gear other than hidden in the most beloved Metal Gear game remade for modern consoles with new graphics and new engine and everything like that, and all the changes or the different changes that people would do or whatever make that are different. So at first you think you're just playing this remake, but ultimately you end up playing the new Metal Gear IP.
I don't think they would ever risk something that big because just as a business
sleeping like a baby.
Standpoint, you're
what's that?
Oh, hands off, mister.
You're losing out on a huge. Well, no, you're not, because the news is out the day the first day this game's available on the market. Everyone's just gonna talk about how the spoiler. No one's gonna keep that a secret. Everyone's gonna know this isn't a Metal Gear 3 remake. It's Metal Gear 6.
I mean,
so in one sense, my original argument why it wouldn't work doesn't hold any water. I'm dissecting I'm killing my own child before it's born here.
No, but
it's my thought was, well, they wouldn't want to miss out on all the potential customers who would buy the next Metal Gear game because they're marketing it as a remake of 3. Now, there's a huge market of people that want to remake a 3 still, but those are two different. There's probably a lot of overlap. And like I said, the day the game comes out, that is public knowledge. Hey, this isn't Metal Gear 3 remake. It's Metal Gear 6.
Well, I mean, imagine that, you'd have to play. So it would take, let's say it takes a week for people to get through the game and figure it out. The first.
It doesn't, though. People data mine and they get it the day one. I mean,
I know what you
mean.
Look
at people have eaten alive the Volume 1 already.
Oh, God.
So people that have a lot of time. I haven't opened mine yet. That's why I was kind of surprised. Like, what I saw online was genuinely positive. I think the Switch version is lacking, but that makes absolute sense. That's just common sense in in my head that the Switch version is not going to be as strong as an Xbox or a PS5 version.
Of course not.
That being said, you got a trade-off because you have it portably. And also, I think it would just be public, common knowledge, not public knowledge, that a game is not going to run well when you get it. It's always wait for the play date. Because patches, day one patches, week one patches, these are all, like, very common now for 10 years.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's definitely true with a lot of games like that.
I do know, like, the only thing I heard was, like, there's some sounds in the Switch version. Music sounds a little weird.
Oh, yeah. Apparently there were graphical issues and stuff for the other versions, too.
I'm sure there's glitches and all kinds of stuff they're going to find, because essentially it's emulation, right?
I don't know. I thought they had rebuilt it on a... But I don't know. I have no idea how they ran it for this.
Yo.
Oh.
What's up, Rocco?
What's up? We got Rocco here.
Yo.
Yeah, you're on.
Okay.
Hey, Doc.
The Metal Gear Collection.
Have you played it?
No.
Okay.
Music, I was waiting. I want to hear from other people on it, whatever. But on the Switch, I think everyone knows everything. Seems like it runs fine. But yeah, some music stuff is messed up into. But they said up front they're gonna fix some glitches they know about.
This is a AAA game developer. Like, patches are coming. Look how long they supported Phantom Pain.
Yeah.
FOB patches for 3 years.
But the PC version, they said 1080p on all those games, on the solid games, and I guess they're all locked to 720p, and everyone's trying to figure out if that's a glitch or if that's.
They said 1080. I don't remember that.
It says 1080 on their announcement thing, and what's funny is that the start menu is 1080p, and like a few things in the collection, like interface things, and so a lot of people are like, I really hope they didn't promote it off that. You know what I mean? I hope that that isn't why they said 1080p.
That would be ridiculous.
For the start screen.
Because I thought I heard somebody was saying that there's some code that if they change one thing, Snake Eater would be in 1080p. But I don't know. So I think everyone's kind of waiting on that. So that's the stuff that I heard.
I didn't know. I didn't know there was a promised resolution, but I also didn't know that it's not running in 1080. I thought people were whining it's not in 4K.
No. I mean, there was a hope that like them bringing it to the new system.
But on the Xbox and on the PS5, it runs in 720.
I think on everything. I'm pretty sure on everything. And so yeah, PC people are.
Okay, then
like
I changed my mind.
They dug into it. And again, it's like not clear. It's like, well, if they change one thing, it should run 1080. So they don't know if this is an intentional thing or if something's just not working.
I've already seen PC modders running all 3 of the games in 4K. You can do a lot with hexadecimal editors or some shit.
All the files and stuff are extremely accessible in the way that it was made. So they said modding is going to be so easy.
That's cool.
That was the other thing that I heard.
For the PC fans.
But
I was debating, Rocco, when we were on the podcast last Sunday. Like, do I buy Mario Wonder? Do I buy Metal Gear Collection? Like, they're gonna sit there sealed.
Nah.
And I went and bought both of them yesterday at Target. Always pay full price, right, Brian?
Never.
Fuck.
I'm not going to buy that.
They're sitting fully sealed next to my copy of, dude, I don't even remember. Oh, Armored Core, Fires of Rubicon.
Oh, nice.
And
I played that a little bit.
No, sealed.
I have
about 4 or 5 new video games sitting sealed in my.
I thought you'd played that on this show.
Nope. We've been playing Metal Gear before that came out.
Jesus Christ.
Rocco was here helping me, Brian, with
well, you get good resale on them.
Oh, we got Dr. Madnar lore. I helped him out with that.
We got the Dr. Madnar explanation.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Having to play through that truth mission again was it's so slow because you can't run.
No.
And it's a lot of cutscene, a lot of like explaining shit.
Yeah. It's cool though.
It's cool.
Fucking weirdest cliffhanger of any video game, but
Yeah. No, it all makes sense. I think Kojima games are like open-ended for a lot of your own interpretation on purpose.
Yeah.
Because we talk about it for 15 years. Oh, what the hell, dude?
This is about where I made it in the VR
yeah.
version of the game.
That dude's butt cheeks in the VR were like...
How does the game look in PSVR 2? Like,
good?
Like, it's not a graphical downgrade like
No,
the
it
other
looked
one?
awesome.
It looks... That screen or those lenses or whatever the whatever the term is.
It's 2K per eye.
Oh, it's so good,
wow.
dude.
So,
Yeah.
like, it's a whole overall 4K.
I've never seen on the new headset what that looks like. I thought the original PSVR was actually really, really fucking good for a home console edition.
Yeah.
But that's one of those things where I'm waiting for there to be like more games on it.
Yeah.
I almost feel like they already stopped supporting it.
Yeah, it came out, and to be fair, there was like a pile of stuff. There's still stuff I haven't played that I wanted to. That all came out, and then it was like, hello, anything? You have anything else to say? Anything? No one. It feels like no one's ever like spoken about it since the game.
I mean, I bought the first headset just for Resident Evil 7.
Yeah.
And I bought this new headset once I could. Because, again, at launch, it was hard to get.
Yeah.
They didn't put them in stores. And
it was the most bizarre launch I've ever seen.
I like buying things in a fucking store still. So I just kind of straight up didn't get one for, I don't know, months and months. Because it was like, no, the only way to get them was on their... Use your PlayStation login to buy it on their site.
I mean, anybody who talked to me was just like, oh, at launch day. Oh, cool. Is it still on Amazon? It never went on Amazon.
Nope.
What? Yeah, it never went on there. Why? I don't know.
And then you had
Is it on Best Buy? No.
You had a problem because it was like, one per household. Your address has 2 gamers living in it with 2 different PlayStation IDs.
Yeah.
And they refused to ship you a second one.
Yeah.
Like a whole fucking...
Wow.
Like a whole lot of roadblocks to getting me this product.
It was truly like bizarre. I don't understand.
But
and it was like,
I caved.
Oh yeah, it's selling below expectations. Yeah, well, you gotta put it in the store.
I finally got it, and I caved. I did the ordering through their website and whatnot. But again, like I think I've bought some other games digitally. They're like on my hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
But all I've played is Resident Evil 8 in VR. That's the only thing I've used that headset for, and I'm waiting for the RE4 version.
Oh yeah,
That's
I forgot
coming.
about that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make it even more pathetic. Got the first PSVR for Rez and played that every month. Got PSVR 2 for Rez
Infinite.
PS5 and am playing that. I've just about once a month beat that game. And
That's awesome.
Just Rez.
So I'm happy to live there.
But yeah.
There's still other stuff. That Galaxy's Edge game was really cool.
Oh,
there was
okay.
a bunch of stuff that I still haven't played. I want to go back and do it.
I know. I got a game called Pavlov that's like Counter-Strike, but in VR.
Oh, yeah.
Super simplified. It actually looks like Counter-Strike even. Like the character models and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool.
But again, like, I haven't even touched it. And at the time, when I get to it, is there going to be a user base still?
Yeah.
Probably not. It's not PC. It's a console user base, so it's even smaller.
I feel like though with,
I'm supposed to be
VR, it's
That's
it's
a
one of those
screenshot.
things that isn't going away. Like
Oh wait. Give me the screenshot without the fucking code there. Sorry, what'd you say, Brian?
Oh no, like
I can't? That's some bullshit.
well, I think you can just hold down the screenshot button. It should just take.
I pressed it, but hold it down. Oh, there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
Damn, that's how you do it. Oh, thank you. See, the game coach always in effect.
No, VR's not going away. It's clear that like VR has been supported and like it's going to continue to be supported just as a technology. I think that's very clear that is not diminishing. I mean, it's been around since before these consoles have been around, and they're only getting to a point where it looks, believable and good now, right?
Do you count the Virtual Boy as your first VR headset if you had that?
That wasn't necessily VR. So I'm talking about like Rocco. You remember going to Vegas and putting on those like VR headsets at like Excalibur and like running around in the 3D space there. Like that was the 90s. Like walking around a 3D environment with a headset on is what I consider VR. Not Virtual Boy was like kind of VR, but is like, no, I'm looking at a red LED. You know,
but it's
not
just
emulating reality.
Definitely to your point of it's not going away. Like, it's been here forever.
Yeah.
The fucking NES was using a gimmicked, type of VR to.
Maybe this is a naive point of view. Maybe this is doesn't make sense, but I find that there are certain ideas. If it's a truly good and life-changing idea, it's like humanity will keep coming back to it until it works.
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of people who had like a tablet computer. It kept coming around, and it was like, don't care, shut up. Oh, now Microsoft has one that runs Windows. Yeah, again, just give me a fucking computer. Stop.
Yep.
And then, okay, iPad came out. Okay, yeah, we're good. This is not even like a pro-Apple message, but I just feel like
it took a while.
Somewhere in consciousness, we're looking for something that can visually like put us somewhere else or show us something. And so like, oh, VR came back, it failed. VR came back, it failed. I just feel like we keep trying it. Why do we keep feeling compelled to try it?
Because I think we've gotten close
It's
enough.
getting, and like, I think it spawned AR too.
Oh,
because
sure.
people are like, oh shit, maybe VR isn't the thing to do, and now AR seems to be getting better and better, and that might be the stepping stone.
But like this version of VR that we use now, that might go away. It might die. Maybe it will, and then 20 years from now, oh, a new headset came out. Oh, and by
this
the way,
one does hologram.
It's not bigger than your glasses.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And then it's you know what I mean? I just find that these things keep coming around until finally, one clicked, and now that humanity just does that everywhere.
Yep.
Electric cars.
I just feel like if truly no one wanted it, it would be dead and gone. No one would try it again.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like pagers, like that. People who need them still have them because they still have connected to like satellites. But even as time goes on, like phones are getting more and more able to connect to either a data connection, whatever.
Yeah.
Like you'll always have a connection with a phone. But like, like pagers. No, remember when everybody wanted one? Now it's like, why the fuck would I want something where I would just see that?
Only doctors have a pager.
Like like that kind of thing just doesn't make sense anymore.
Yeah.
But VR, that immersion again. For 10 years after Avatar, people tried to do 3D. That's the same fucking technology, but it's instead of it being, let's make these things that go on your face, change the screen, put you in there, and once you're in there and you're immersed, like, if you can't tell the fucking difference, then it's too hard to, then why?
Think about what you just said with 3D. It's like 3D movies were the red and blue lenses in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, that went away. Then that came back again in the 70s, and then it went away.
Yeah.
Then that came back, and like, dude, we all 4 generations of TV ago had 3D TVs.
Yeah.
Now they don't sell that as a feature. No one fucking wants it.
No, but then who knows? In 20 years,
it might be dope again.
Free 3D and it works perfect.
Yeah.
That looks really cool.
I mean,
and the 3DS, I think, was the first time they were like, yo, hey, finally glasses free 3D works.
Yep.
And it's like, I was just at Universal Studios yesterday in Mario World.
Yeah.
They've implemented that in the line for the ride. It's like there's glassless 3D effects going on.
Yeah.
Throughout that ride. It's like, oh, this is the fucking 3DS technology now in your super, it lent itself to other things.
I could easily see 20 years from now, we have some glasses-free 3D thing or some device that it's like, oh, cool. And then every article is, did you know there was a device in 2011 that had this?
Yeah.
It's called the 3DS, and it had elementary games on it. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
I don't know. It's, there's certain things that never come around again. There's always someone who tries smell-o-vision or whatever. And it's
We're going to pump farts
it doesn't
in
go
your
anywhere
room.
because humanity subconsciously doesn't want it. They don't want to smell it. They don't, whatever.
Yeah.
But VR, I just don't. Yeah, it might die in some incarnation, but it keeps coming back because eventually it'll hit. Something will hit.
Something.
Yes, even if it's in 50 years.
Plus, you gotta. I was gonna say to put a capper on that. You know that now when people are trying to literally create digital real estate, and companies like Meta and all these other companies, like again, Microsoft was trying to do it with the fucking goat simulator thing.
HoloLens was the AR thing. Yeah.
Clearly, that's the next thing that people know is going to be the next step. What they're trying to do is set up the groundwork for it.
Yeah.
So that when it's ready to go, it's not just fucking faulty. Like
There's actually stuff you can do with it.
Yeah.
Because the software and the groundwork's made.
You see it all over. I mean, they put AR all over the fucking Taylor Swift movie. That I was like, that didn't happen.
Really?
Yeah, there was like AR snakes and shit like that in the movie.
Yeah. There were? Because WWE does that. For Monday Night Raw.
It's weird to me.
I like a Jumbotron. I like a Tritantron. I was impressed the first time I saw it. I went, well, they're using AR graphics above the audience in these wrestling matches. That's odd.
But again, I don't know. I think that's I think 100 years from now, people will just be watching things in real life and they'll have that.
Yeah, and it'll just be a contact lens.
Yeah, something like that,
Weird. Hey, I paused here at this moment because this is such a fucking gag for first person.
Oh.
But I can't imagine what it's like in third person. But like this.
Oh yeah. Oh,
this
you'll
whole
be surprised. You ready for a real shock?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
That's all it does.
This is the whole mode, Garrett.
Yeah.
You walk around in third person, and every important thing is in first person.
That couldn't have been better. Yep. I sat here for 5 minutes and waited for you to stop fucking talking to get that. Fuck me.
Oh. Yeah, no, honestly, I would be totally fine with them doing it like this for games and cutscenes in the future. Like,
it makes sense because this only works in that first-person mode.
Well, yeah, I mean, also I just think this is a much more engaging presentation style, than watching two characters stand there and talk. Like,
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, Resident Evil 4 remakes cutscenes are fucking awesome because that's like an action movie.
But these were directed in first person.
Yeah, so I wouldn't want to.
So where do you put the camera during a cutscene? Also,
you'd have to redo the whole.
You'd have to redo the game. Yeah, you'd have to reprogram the game. Maybe.
Are you listening?
Maybe not. I don't know how fucking games work. I act like I know how this shit goes.
Okay, well, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I was misinformed about Metal Gear. I thought everyone was having a good old time.
I mean,
gamers are never having a good old time. Gamers are always going to complain.
Yeah.
Right?
Gamers who've never played it are getting to enjoy it, and that's fine. That's good.
That's what it's there for.
Yeah.
I'm honestly not going to open it for a while. I don't know. If I want to sit down and play fucking Solid again, or 2 or 3, I don't know. I have opened copies on several collections of consoles that I still have.
So I'm not buying it. This gave me nothing new. So I'm like, why am I going to buy it?
Well, just don't buy it at full price.
I'm not going to buy it at all.
At all?
No. Why do I need to buy the game I already own on 4 different
consoles? What's
consoles?
really new? Because I have the digital graphic novels. I got all the Ashley Wood stuff. I have the MSX versions of the game with the Xbox. No, that was Doom.
That's what I'm telling you. It's a greatest hits album. It compiled all that shit onto the.
What was the other release that gave you the MSX Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2? Oh, that looks like it hurts. This is. I was just thinking, we're playing this for Halloween, but this is the most Halloween-themed Resident Evil. It's vampires, werewolves, Frankensteins, and Wolfmen.
Yeah, you're right.
The essential Halloween mascots.
Are you doing New Game or New Game Plus?
New Game. Well, I don't think there was an option for New Game Plus.
You can pick up from your old file, yeah.
I don't think it gave me the option though. For in third person.
You'd have to load it, and then there's like a second screen that asks you what view you want.
Fucking forgot how good they are at dodging.
Yeah, the enemy types in this game are pretty fun. I really enjoyed this game. And then, yeah, for them to turn around and release Resident Evil 4 remake and like nail that this year, just an incredible couple of years
for Resident Evil.
Yeah, for Capcom.
Yeah, and now with all the Metal Gear stuff, it's like, goddamn, my 2 favorite franchises have a lot out this last 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would say, yeah, either the PS3 HD collection or the Xbox 360 HD collection played on a Series S or X.
That would up-res everything. That's true.
And it gives a little auto HDR to it.
Yeah, and what was the version that I had? It was like, it wasn't a collection. I think it's just a one-game release. Came with the MSX games.
Oh, I think that was in Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence.
possibly is it. And I
it's
have those on PS2 then.
Yeah. So I have Metal Gear Solid 3. I have Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence. Then I have both the PS3 and the 360 version of HD Collection. So
I couldn't even count. You name it, I think I got it.
Yeah, I mean, right. I did not get. I didn't get the 3DS version, even though.
Oh, I did.
Well, we know you sacked it on that one.
I love that. That was good.
It was good, but
going back to 3D, like the 3D, I loved the 3DS. A lot of people turned the 3D screen off.
I loved it.
I slid the slider to the max, all the way up, always.
All the way up.
I'm all the way. Nothing can stop me.
Okay, sorry, I have another.
Okay, please, no.
It used to piss me off so bad. I remember being at GDC in San Francisco.
Yeah.
The week that no one had seen the 3DS before. Maybe was it? Maybe it was at the previous. It was at E3 before that, so that was the first time anyone saw it. But I remember GDC, they had all these games because it was about to come out. It was actually, so they had the final hardware all laid out, and just seeing people walk up and just going, oh, the 3D, oh, let me just turn the 3D off. Okay, wow, that's really cool. It's like, why don't you just fucking take a look at it and try it? Oh, 3D, yeah, no thanks. Let me just turn that on. It was like, there was such a backlash to 3D in theaters that it carried over. It was like people were just like, well, I'm not going to be a 3D fan. It's like, I don't know, I think it looks kind of neat. There was a little bit of a disorientation issue with it where, like, if you weren't at the right angle,
Yeah, I could fuck with you.
But then when they updated the hardware later, they added head tracking.
I forgot about that.
That was pretty cool. But anyway, whatever. It just bugged me. If you try it, it makes you sick. Obviously, don't do it. But there were so many people I know who just turn it off without looking at it, and it made me mad. But that Metal Gear one on Metal Gear Solid 3 on 3DS.
Yes.
I fucking loved it. That came out. I've said this before, but I don't know what it was that I had, but it was the sickest I think I've ever been in my life. I don't know what even. Even COVID.
Dengue fever, maybe.
I don't know what it was, but I was out for like 2 weeks or something, and that came out, and I played that. I was like speed running that game over and over from my couch on that 3DS, and I made a pattern. You could use the camera to make camo patterns.
Yes.
And so I did that. I took a picture of my teeth.
Oh yeah.
Like that, and it made a disgusting pattern of just my gums.
Terrifying.
But anyway, I really liked it. I had the thumb pad too connected to the because they didn't have an extra thumbstick.
What was that called? The Analog Plus?
Pro.
Oh, Circle Pad Pro. Yeah.
Later on, they put a thumb nub in the updated hardware.
Yeah. But it's so weird for a while. That was the most Nintendo thing ever.
Yep.
Totally.
Here, put on this whole giant thing so you get an extra thumb thing.
But I was so happy to get that, man. I really used that a lot in that Monster Hunter game that was out on 3DS.
Yeah, it was glued to my 3DS. I never took it.
Totally.
Yeah, for the longest
I just found
time,
mine.
I mean, I lived in San Francisco when it came out, so I would just wear it in my breast pocket at work.
Yeah.
And anytime I walked to work, so I would always get steps and then gain XP for
street passing was so
Yeah,
fun.
I missed that.
Shit,
That's what I missed.
Yeah, bring back something with
that
Street
shit
Pass.
was cool. I'm so bummed they took that out of the Switch. I can see why they did, but I still think that was a mistake.
Still a huge bummer.
Yeah, but I'm the same with you, Rocco. I the 3D for me was like, no, all the way max. People.
Yeah.
What are you doing? The game is built for this. Just I fucking enjoyed it. And then once they had, like you said, once they had the head tracking installed in it, it was locked. You would have to shake the thing so that it lost your face.
Because it sees your eyeballs.
Yeah, I think it used the same. I think it had a similar sensor to what the iPhone ended up having, where it could actually, it used IR and some other sort of radar, LiDAR.
Even the first 3DS had AR stuff.
Yeah.
Or you could look at a table and it would make things come out of it. So it always had some form of tracking.
Why do I have infinite ammo on the Lemmy?
Oh, because...
Is it New Game Plus?
Well, it probably has your save file attached to your new game, so yeah.
So it is technically New Game Plus.
It might be, yeah. It might be. When you get to the...
when it opens up, maybe I'll have all my weapons in the chest or something?
Maybe.
Because that just freaked me out. I was like, wait, infinite. I saw on the bottom corner or whatever. It's like, yo, infinite Lemmy ammo? Like, whoa.
Yeah.
But maybe that's a perk I upgraded.
Well, you can turn that's a thing you toggle on.
Hey,
and
buddy.
off. So you might just be able to have it toggled on since you have it completed as a.
What's he doing with his head, dude? He's doing that like he's dancing like one of those like one of those Indian like that Bollywood. Dun, dun, dun. He's doing that shit.
Ridiculous.
Look at him. Look at him. He's doing it.
The ridiculous thing that they did with the 3DS was, like, I get why they did it, but like calling it the 2DS.
Oh
when
God!
When they
for
took
kids
the out of it, and then they just like permanently made the DS into not a 3D system. I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like the 2DS.
Yeah, that was goofy. That thing looked like a doorstop wedge.
Yeah, then they made like the new version of it, which is actually still
that's what it was.
clamshell.
Yeah.
But the original one, oh my God! Like I remember seeing kids with that, and I'm like, this looks like a fucking like 4 kids bought at Big Lots or Ross.
It looks like you're gonna go to a museum and like learn about.
Yeah, they're gonna hand you out the little thing with the headphones, and you learn about fucking Dolly that way.
Well, anyway, that's all I want to say.
Oh, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Another update. You're welcome,
Good
folks.
updates.
Big deal.
You got it. You heard it.
But that's one of the biggest points. Like, because Rocco and I used to talk about that back in the day. Like, people wouldn't even dare to try the 3D on it. Oh, it's bogus. Oh, it'll give me motion. Have you turned it on? No, I don't like it. It's weird. It's blurry. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong?
There's no end to
like,
them.
I figured out how to use it pretty quickly, and I kept it on for any game that definitely had that spot. And it worked well. Like, you looked into it, and it felt 3D. It felt like you're looking into something, or like, again, like Rocco said, it also had the 2 cameras doing AR, so it's cool.
Brian, I wanted to let you know on my phone earlier.
Yeah.
Look, probably shouldn't do this right now, but check out this message I got. Our homie was gonna try to call into the PBS tonight. Our buddy Mario. We've been talking about Mario's GoFundMe in the last few weeks, so I don't know if you look out, Brian, he might try to call in. I don't know if I gave the right info or sent him the server info or not. Or if this is above and beyond the scope of mankind's ruin. What am I saying?
I mean, it might be a little above his head, but big shout out Moonrunner. They have a show coming up.
I'm going with
Saturday.
you.
Yeah.
I'm dying here right now.
Yeah, you are. So this coming Saturday, the 27th, or the 20th, whatever this coming Saturday is.
Yeah, Tower Bar.
Tower Bar, where we filmed their
You're kidding me.
video. Oh, fuck.
Nice. Got that critical. Oofa.
Jesus.
I don't know what's happening.
You're dying.
I was button mashing.
But yeah, so that's cool.
Yeah. But he might try to call in, so just I don't know, keep it on. But we are using the Discord. Oh, Papa's here. We were using the Discord today. I didn't have a chance to get to any of my Discord callers last Monday on the last Metal Gear show. Yeah, I was hyper focused on just getting to the end. Go inside the house. Lock the door. Get the herb.
How did you not die? Wow.
Go downstairs. Isn't this the...
Yeah, you're supposed to kind of go through here and come back around.
Yeah. The flower. Shoot the flower.
I was going to get the Metal Gear Solid collection eventually. I was going to get it on Steam Deck because I think that would run better than the Switch.
Okay.
Consensus is it's currently unplayable on Steam Deck.
What?
That's hilarious.
Something is not working and it's unplayable. Thank you.
I don't like that. Unplayable.
Well, that's again, that's where we're sitting with this game.
I'm gonna fucking knife you, son. I don't know why. Oh wait, where's the shotgun?
Oh, there it is.
Oh! Get up. Oh, this is infinite too? Fuck yeah, it is. All I gotta do is survive until I get the shotgun, because that's infinite too.
Okay, cool.
And then maybe we have to turn off infinite ammo, because I don't think that's fair.
No, that's fine.
Maybe with a Lemmy, but I don't play games with infinite ammo.
That's the fun part about Resident Evil games. You use all the perks the second time through.
Yeah, but not when we do a Halloween playthrough. I never use like that kind of a.
Yeah, I guess that's true, but.
Where's the toggle? Where is the toggle?
It would be in your options. So that would be.
Boom. Why do I keep doing that?
Yeah.
Options.
Then it would be under
Game settings. Infinite ammo. This option can only be changed from the main menu. What the fuck? But when did I never turned that on? I'm being, like, in all honesty, is it just like with the all guns have infinite ammo?
Any guns that have infinite ammo, it
will have it. Oh, I had to buy the perk.
Yeah, so you probably unlocked infinite ammo.
So I guess, yeah, for the Lemmy and for the shotgun.
Yeah,
it appears.
And then that's where you toggle that on and off.
Damn it.
I used it. My subsequent playthroughs of this game, man, I loved all.
I mean, we're gonna be done with it
in
in 2 weeks if I run through this with infinite ammo.
No.
Come on, it's me we're talking about. What's up? What's up? I love the controls. I'm sorry, the PS5 controller.
Yeah.
The trigger.
It's so good with this game, especially.
This game was the first one really like it felt so good shooting the shotgun, feeling that resistance in your trigger pull.
Uh-huh. I never knew that those bags were something you're supposed to shoot
the
to like
flower.
slow down the lichens.
Their assault. Oops.
Lichen!
Well, you can liken it to whatever you want, big dude.
I have asthma.
Big dude.
I used to speedrun this in the mercenary,
There's
or
no
no, was it
exit.
mercenaries? Yeah, mercenaries mode on this level. There was like a big fucking thing in here.
Yeah.
God, I
you know
played
what?
this level so much.
I never really fucked with mercenaries. I did the fucking Rose mission.
Hey-yo, hey.
Reload. Only got one shot.
Do not miss your chance. That thing. That's what I don't want to do. Let's go to the top. Go up, Ethan, please. That was weird. So yeah, I did say we will be getting, I see there's some Discord callers, we will be getting to you guys shortly. What else did I want to cover before I forget? Because I didn't mention the merch last Monday when I was streaming. But Interactive Hell Festival's merch drop is still live over at shop.mega64.com. Brian, I'm going to go to the full, let's do a little pause here. Full screen on it. Boom! Pause. I'm using it because there's a pause there.
Look at all these beautiful, beautiful pieces.
You've got to get your hands on that orange Halloween Dance Party vinyl. This thing is in stock. We are shipping them out as you speak and as I breathe.
Pervert.
I'm not a pervert. Who am I kidding?
I have asthma.
Gay guy.
I just shipped out hundreds, I'm saying probably thousands of that record for Kevin on Monday. Sean and I were helping out with some merch drops. They are all being sent to you. You can get that now at shop.mega64.com. What's on their Twitter, Brian? What else we got? Oh, yeah, you don't know Jack 3. Sean, dude, Johnny nailed that joke so hard.
Oh, my God.
Johnny called it so hard.
It was great.
We had a great podcast coming up this Friday. You know you love physical media. And Mega 64 has been bringing you the best in physical media for years. Excuse me, this is a serious message.
Hello. This is the Federal Bureau of Physical Media. We have a special Blu-ray update. Friday, October 27th at 7 p.m. on this very Twitch channel. Real winners do not use drugs, and real winners tune in and purchase physical media online from independent creators. Thank you.
Yeah, so check the update. That's coming soon. What else we got, Brian? The Twitter is full of good times. The
the
tour!
farewell tour.
Guys, it's San Francisco
Holy
first.
shit, you're leaving in a week.
A fucking week. I'm going to have to miss some PPSs.
Oh, looks like we're only gonna miss like 2.
2?
3?
2? I don't want to miss any.
Rare PPS bye week.
Check it out, mega64.com/tour. We are coming to your city, Sacramento, Portland, Seattle, Vancouver, Salt Lake City, Denver, Phoenix, and Los Angeles. And then, open image in a new window. Nope. What else? All of our archived Hell Festival information is there. That's about all she wrote.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
let's get back to
exciting.
the video gaming.
I'm so
This is about to happen. I don't know if it's good or bad. Boom. You're taking one. I'm dodging these. I think this is just like a holdout. Oh, whoa! Where'd he come from? Sorry. Mashing again. Boom.
Live.
Person. Ugh. These are lichens even.
How you liking that?
I wish I could turn off. Honestly, it's like infinite ammo with the Lemmy is one thing.
It's great.
Makes it getting to the shotguns, you know, doable in the intro. Because the intro of this game with no, you know, a true on-site procurement mission for Ethan here.
Yeah.
You know, starting the game with nothing is pretty hard. You gotta survive these waves of lichens.
Might be leveling the playing field.
Well, it definitely is, because we've done it like basically our first try. We've gotten to the shotgun, which is all you really need. But now I feel like I'm cheating with infinite ammo and the shotgun. I feel like here is where, you know, I should just turn that off. I'm gonna be gifted a ton of rounds too, because I've saved up all the ones I found by not using them here.
Yeah, see, that's when I start grinding the money in the game and I just sell all my ammo.
Sell your ammo. Oh, where the fuck?
See, because that's the different approach that you take with this game on the second or third playthrough. It's no longer about like the survival, resource-based, you know, kind of approach. It's more like, okay, now I'm working towards grinding this gun or doing this like kind of playthrough with this weapon.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Damn it, I'm a button masher. Right out from under you. Take that gunpowder, reload this, take that gunpowder. No, lay? Mukalakahiki, come on, I want to lay ya.
Oh, you get big money if you kill him with that.
Oh, I bet I can't, though.
No, you can't. Keep playing it.
Oh, yeah. He's mortal.
You get a Chivo, too, for...
I don't think I've ever done it. Woo, who's behind me? What?
Oh, this might be...
this is the cutscene, yeah. I was like, they're not sending guys up here anymore. I love the character design of the Big Papa here, but even more than that, like the actual, like, the feral werewolf that you fight at the end of, like, the riverbed, who, like, walks on all fours, like, that character is, like, my favorite from this game.
Yeah.
The big, bushy, feral one, you know?
There are, like, 2 or 3 of them, I feel
Yeah,
like.
there's a few. Hey.
If you kill this guy at the beginning of the game, he's not supposed to come back at the end.
It makes it easier for you, right?
Yeah. God, this game is incredible. This and 4, all fucking beautiful.
Oof. I just tried to click in the R stick to zoom in like I was playing Phantom Pain still.
I think you can zoom in with something here, right?
No.
L or
It's
R.
photo mode. Uh-oh. Kind of well organized for a lichen tribe, you know what I mean? I guess who runs them? That guy?
Mm-hmm.
He has a name.
Heisenberg.
No. Heisenberg runs the Frankensteins in the factory. But who runs the Wolfmans? That big dude with the furry face. Probably.
Oh, does he?
But he's like a mid boss. He's not like one of the top 4. Because Heisenberg's the Frankenstein. Beneviento
It's the puppets.
is the puppets, and like ghosts. We got the frog, fucking amphibian, secret creature from the last lagoon. What am I saying?
I don't know.
And we've got the vampires in the castle. You know,
Yeah. See,
led by
that's-
Demetresque.
That's what I liked about this game.
But the werewolves, it's like their own faction. They're like a mid boss.
I think they explain it. Like if I don't know that they're. Well, no, because remember,
Mother Miranda makes it all.
He makes them chase you. Heisenberg gets them to chase you
Oh.
at the beginning of the. Well, here we'll see it after you get captured. But yeah, I don't know that they have like a dedicated like
Hello?
section leader.
Well, I would just think the biggest one, that fuzzy dude,
Yeah.
Beardsley.
Hey, can you hear me?
Heisenberg made the lichens, Ranty Rose? Maybe that's what you're thinking of, Brian.
Yeah, I feel like he made the lichens by giving them, you know, part of the gift.
From Mother Miranda.
Yeah.
She is in great danger.
Man, this game was fun. I must have played through this game like 4 or 5 times last year.
I think
The monsters?
I think I beat it once, and then I started it in VR. I didn't get like farther than this, honestly. I just have not had time. I bought the set to play this, and I got to about here in VR, and then I was like, I don't think I've touched it for months.
I know that feeling.
But yeah, I want to say I played it a lot, but it was mostly Mercenaries. Like I got really into playing Mercenaries.
See, that makes a lot of sense to me because Mercenaries is a mode that you can play
fast.
Yep.
Yeah.
You can drop in, drop out, do your missions. I've had to get better about like my expectation on sitting down to play games. Like if I ever want to get it done, I have to be okay playing sometimes in like
5-minute chunks,
30-minute chunks. Like, oh, you know what? While I'm getting my coffee ready, you know, instead of flicking on, you know, this is what I try to do.
Get off your phone. Yeah.
Exactly. Words out of my mouth. 99%.
I knew that's where you're going, though. Yeah.
99% of the time, it's like it's not that the phone is a villain, and not that I hate being on my phone, and not that I don't like all of the conveniences.
Well, I hate being on Instagram and Twitter in a fucking death spiral.
That's what it is. When I notice that I'm going back to Twitter after I closed it and opened Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like that. When I gone back to them
and for some people, it's Snapchat and TikTok or whatever it is for you. You know.
Then I realize I'm filling time because I feel bored, and if I'm doing that, I might as well do something I fucking like. So I'll pop into a video game. I'll play for a little bit. Sometimes I play for an hour. But like ultimately, something in the back of my head will go, "Hey, you have other shit to do," and I'll know I can't play for a long time, but at least I got some of it in there, and it was like, it was gratifying, you know. It's a nice little gaming snack. And that's
it's a
where
little gaming snack.
The Switch really has it better than anybody.
It does.
All of their games you can play for 5 minutes or 5 hours.
Oh, I already shot these in the first playthrough, so they're not here now?
Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, you're right about that. The Switch really does have that advantage.
Yeah, that's why I like the Steam Deck, but the problem with the Steam Deck is I can't crossover saves with like other consoles that I play. You know, like you can do remote play on it with the PS5. I know that there's ways to do it, but I'm like,
you can use the Steam Deck as a remote play thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, through the Linux version.
Oh, that's so funny.
Things you can download and shit like that. Again, like that's why the Steam Deck to me was like, okay, this is a tool. I can use this for shit. Like people who being at at PAX last year, every developer I talked to that I had a meeting with for Cheap Ass Gamer, I was like, oh, how's it been going? How you guys enjoying the show? You know, what's it like coming back to COVID? And they're like, it's so much better now that the Steam Deck's out. They're like, we're running 5 of our stations all from Steam Decks. Only one of our stations, and that's like the Media Dev 1 or whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like the one that fixes and reinstalls all of the updates day to day. Each station would
What business is this?
All of the businesses, all the game companies to demo their games had Steam Decks running the game.
At PAX?
At PAX West last year.
Oh, wow.
Because rather than bringing
a bunch of PCs.
Yeah, and it costs like, what, at most?
The same.
$500,
yeah.
Right? So especially all the indie developers, they don't need more than the Steam Deck can push, and they would just be running like,
oh, that's cool,
70% of their stations off of the Steam Deck.
Oh, that's really cool.
It's gonna be something that people also
mine
use. Like
so does not get mine. Oh. It's just like collecting dust.
Mine too. The last time I used it was for like, I don't know.
Signalis on the 7. PPS.
Killer 7 is the last time I used it.
Yeah.
And that was like April.
When did we play Signalis? Like fucking January?
Yeah, because then I played it for Febu Scary, and that was in February.
I saw a lot of fan art of that game again
that
recently.
Game is cool, man.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, are people remembering this again?
Oh, I mean, it never dropped out of the minds of like people who like you and I or Vector who like games like that. You know?
Let's talk to Vector. Speaking of, I said we're gonna get to the
son of a gun.
We're gonna get to the calls. Am I full or what's up with my inventory? No, it's not full. Why can't I pick that up? There we go.
Because you're not pressing X.
Boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom. Mighty.
That's it. I don't remember exactly what. Oh, yeah, I do. We go up here. Hello.
Vector.
Hey, Vector, how are you?
Oh yeah, you can. I never.
Yeah,
do
you know, hanging in there.
Hanging in there. It's released. We all have the Metal Gear Master Collection Vol.1. Well, we don't all have it, but it's out. We could have it.
Yeah.
I tracked one down at a Target. I don't like giving GameStop my money.
So you were actually able to get one from Target. You mentioned Best Buy.
Yeah. I feel I find an ease of use navigating a Target to find the electronics department and asking an employee who's usually present at Target. Sometimes you get up to Walmart, there's not a fucking soul in the electronics department. So there's usually a guy there or a gal at Target, and then they open the case. And surprisingly, I went to one that was not near my house. We were coming back from LA, Brian.
Oh, okay.
So I went to a Target just in Irvine. And yeah, man, found the Master Collection and Mario Wonder.
Mario Wonder is great.
You're playing that.
Oh yeah.
But what are you up to, Vec? I mean, it's big news that the Master Collection's here finally, and we also I want to talk about we got a lot more of Metal Gear Delta. We were talking about Delta, but we should say today was the trailer in-game kind of reveal.
Indeed.
Not really
indeed.
the teaser we got from before. We got a lot more now.
Yeah, I actually still haven't seen the footage from it.
Oh, okay. I checked that out first thing I woke up.
I was I didn't know until I was live on the show, so I didn't have a chance to check it. I could have seen it then, but honestly, I'm like, I have some faith in this game. I have some wishful thinking, as it's clearly defined.
As you clearly defined earlier. Yeah.
But
what do you think, Vec? Is it what's the status of Metal Gear Nation on this fine morning?
Wow, that's an intense question. And I need to slow down my heart rate to process it.
So I mean, it's news to me now that the games are not even playing in 1080 currently on the console release.
Can your old man walk?
I mean, it's like, how much time do you got? Because I could, for the rest of today's PPS, I could tell you about what's going on. and I did not come onto the show to talk about Metal Gear, but I will. I like to please the audience. If that's what the people want, that's what I'll give them.
Well, I mean, what did you come here to talk about then?
Well, I had an existential crisis that I've been dealing with for months, and I've been waiting for you guys to play a survival horror type game to ask this question.
Okay.
All right.
Because it's been on my mind for a while, and I'm glad you're playing this and you're talking about infinite ammo and second playthroughs, because that's actually exactly what I wanted to ask.
Yes.
Because the three of us, we're from the old guard. We were there from the beginning. Resident Evil 1, Silent Hill.
Yeah.
We saw the birth of survival horror and watched it grow and evolve, and
Indeed.
we all agree on what kind of game constitutes survival horror, and a lot of games miss the mark. It's just a name that they throw on it. They don't really understand what survival horror actually means,
Yeah.
So we would agree, the original Resident Evils, 1, 2, and 3, Silent Hill to an extent,
survival
it doesn't exactly follow the template established by Resident Evil, but it's still in that same vein. You got Dino Crisis, which was just like a mod for the original Resident Evil, right?
Yeah.
Essentially.
So all of those games, in the Paleolithic era,
yes.
all of them, if you do well in the game, you start off, you're scavenging for resources, everything's limited, you're avoiding enemies, trying not to get into fights.
Yeah.
A lot like a stealth game. More on that in a future video. But you're weak, you're like a normal person, you're not supposed to fight in everything that you see. You're supposed to survive. That's the point. You're trying to survive.
It's clear.
But if you do well, if you're good at running away scared, and you do it, you finish the game in a certain amount of time using a certain amount of healing items or whatever, then you get some perks. You get, some infinite ammo. You might get an infinite rocket launcher or something like that.
What Brian said before, level the playing field.
Right, exactly.
I
exactly.
see.
Right. So, doesn't that mean on that playthrough where you get the perks, your infinite rocket launcher, doesn't that mean that the game stops being survival horror?
Yes.
Yes, it does. Oh my God.
Exactly.
You're right.
So that's why I love this style that they started to develop with I would say Resident Evil 4, where you would have basically stats that carried over into a new game plus, because your second, third, fourth playthroughs, depending on what you're doing,
they become an action game.
It could be an action shooter. It could be a spec builder, because you're building out your gun and you're mining resources specifically to focus on advancing this one weapon. And that's a really, I'm glad you said that, because I think that's what a good video game can do, is that it starts off as one genre but can be explored through different lenses.
Yeah.
Well, here's the part two to the question.
Yeah.
Here's the part two. If the games that defined survival horror can technically not be survival horror games at a certain point, doesn't that mean that the survival horror genre never existed to begin with?
I said go.
I think because it does exist on its first playthrough.
Yeah.
To a new audience, it always exists. That first time, you're terrified, and you don't know what's around each corner. Nope. It's only on those second playthroughs where you have the knowledge of, when I turn this corner, there's 3 enemies waiting for me, and that takes the horror out of it. And now that second playthrough, you have an unlimited weapon that takes the survival out of it.
Right.
But it did exist the first playthrough, and to a new player, it would still exist. So it's a temporary, fleeting moment.
Okay, all right. Part 3 to the question then. So
what do you think?
Is the part 1 of the the first playthrough of a game like Resident Evil?
Yeah.
Is that a separate game compared to the second playthrough where you have the infinite rocket launcher? Like, is it not the same game?
It is the same game, but it's almost like you're using a mod or a cheat code.
Yes.
And in truth, I've never gone and played through with those infinite weapons.
Right.
Like, I've got them unlocked.
I can understand that.
But I've never, done more than, let me play around with this. Pew, pew, pew. Oh, that was fun.
Yeah.
But I've never gone through and, sped run the game with the infinite rocket launcher or, for any reason.
Yeah.
Right.
There are other ways, like you're trying, like in 4, you had to grind for a while to upgrade your weapons in the original game. Like,
sure.
you would go through multiple playthroughs to get enough pesetas to earn the ability to upgrade all of the different parts of your handgun, and it was like procedural as you went along. So at some point there's still a little level of skill, but then it just becomes like those games become speedrun games. Like, they be more efficient at doing.
It's like Mercenaries.
Yeah. That's why it's one of my points of pride when I run through a Resident Evil game and they let you sell your ammo, for me to be able to sell ammo and health as the game goes on, because it's becoming over encumbering, because that means I'm running the game
better,
quote unquote better, less mistakes, less whatever. And so it's like this it encourages you to become familiar with a play style that works for you. And so I think the first time through, you're going through the narrative, and that's what a good video game will do. It helps you go through the narrative, part of a thriller, or same could be said back about a horror movie. The first time you see it, it's scary. The second time you see it, every time you see it, it becomes less and less and less and less scary. No matter what. Hereditary was fucking terrifying. Not terrifying, but created that tension the first time I saw it. All the other times I saw it, it was actually exciting. It was
I'm
so
getting horny
cool.
now just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hail Payman. Hail
Payman. Now that I knew what was going on, I could appreciate how they did it. And so I think that's part of the full experience. Is your first playthrough is you're getting introduced to this world.
Yeah.
And I've always said that's one of my number one favorite things about Resident Evil games. The first time you play it, you're conservative, you're learning the map. You don't want to use all your ammo. You don't want to blow out yourself because you might encounter something big right around the next corner. So you're cautious. Then when you know what things are going on, you kind of stack against that. And as a result, that's when you pick up the TMP, a weapon I never use in a Resident Evil game because it doesn't work well your first playthrough. First of all, sucks.
I love the TMP,
The
though.
TMP, when you first get it, spread is always awful. You always want the stock on it. You always want the upgrades. And so that's one of the things. Once you have all of those...
It's actually good.
Yeah, then it's a zombie shooter. And
yeah.
But it's still fun because you can die. And I think, Vec, that's one of the things. As long as you can die, if you're still fucking around, it doesn't matter how much infinite ammo you have. It's like what's I think Grant Morrison said this about writing Batman. The difference between Batman and Superman is that Superman can't be killed by some random mugger in an alley. Batman could. It's probably not going to happen because Batman's prepared.
But it could.
But if a random mugger catches him off guard somehow and like gets him to break it, I mean, there's a what if with the Joker where he accidentally kills Batman because like Batman slips on something and breaks his neck falling off of a building.
Hey, you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
And he doesn't know what to do. He's
hey,
like,
wake up! What happened, Bruce?
Hey, bats!
Somebody call the police!
It's like his worst nightmare.
Yeah, you can't.
So it's like, yeah. So yeah, Beck, that's a very good question.
Yeah, I love your distinction between like first playthroughs. This guy's going buck wild. His fucking. Is that his wife?
That guy. Oh man.
Nah.
Oh dude.
Father.
I like to also
these people don't know how to put out a fire.
This game,
I know they don't.
This game was really interesting to me because it played on your conceptions of what this game was going to be in many ways.
It's like, yeah, how is this Resident Evil at this point?
That's what I mean, like, right? Like, after going through the saga of Resident Evil 7, you're like, so what's Ethan going to get into in 8? You see the Lady D stuff, so you're like, okay, so it's back in a house. Again, they really showed a bunch of only her to start for the longest time.
For good reason.
Right. I mean, that ended up being like something that I think they didn't expect to be as big as it was. But then once you get into the game, you think, oh, she's going to be your new companion like Mia from the last game. That doesn't happen the way that you think it's going to go. Then you think, oh, it's all in this like castle, this mansion. There'll be other stuff, but it'll probably be all in this area, what's around it. That doesn't end up happening. Like, this game really kind of like gave you a whole different story and like 4 different types of games when you go into like the Benedetto house and like Benviento, that's it. And like all the other, like going into the fucking Heisenberg area was also fucking crazy. Doing the water
I got so
area.
lost. That was the only Mercenaries map I didn't like, was the factory. I would just get so lost in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's designed that way. But
yeah, very bad level design.
Yeah. They do not know how to put out a fire vac, as you said. Just let the whole house burn down.
I mean, that's spread fast.
It's true. We got to get the car
There must have
keys.
been gas in the room.
Yeah. It's these lanterns, They're using old school. They got what's the fluid they take? It's not even gas. It's
ethanol.
Kerosene.
Kerosene.
Oh,
yeah. Kerosene.
Yeah.
Damn.
Kero is the Japanese onomatopoeia for the sound that frogs make.
Kero.
Kero.
That's why they called Kerotan?
Anyway.
Yeah. Or
that's why, you got Kerotan.
Or Keropi,
in
right.
MGS 3.
Oh, yeah, we have to drive out of here. Did I not find the keys?
Anyway, so that question has been on my mind for a while, and it's still bugging me. And I feel like, if you ask 100 people, you're going to get an even 50-50 split on, how they feel about it. Mm-hmm. And that's why, I'm here to see what you guys thought. But now that that's out of the way, we can talk about how trash Metal Gear is.
I really think, though, that you proved with your questioning, like right there, like I think it really has to do with first playthrough versus more playthroughs. It's like that is the differentiator, and I never thought about that before. But of a true survival horror experience, you can kind of only have it once, unless you're like me and you forget everything. Although I don't know if I can.
I feel like.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, I don't think I can at this point forget the first Resident Evil. Like,
no.
there's probably some hallways and some stuff in 2 and 3 I could forget. and it would be like playing it new again. But God, that first one is like ingrained in my head.
Right? Like
how do I fucking exit out of this?
Oh, circle.
It's not fucking doing it.
Adjust it so you can.
Oh, you gotta find the button. You gotta find the button.
Oh, you have to like do something with it. I'm like, can I fucking?
Yeah, there you go.
Please keep playing.
Because there's like a
the
thing
screwdriver.
Yeah, to open the other thing, but now you got the keys too.
Cool.
But yeah.
But yeah, okay. We've covered a fabulous and inspiring topic on survival horror. But yeah,
oh, I haven't even begun to fight. Like, that's one of my favorite lines from history. I heard that in fucking history class. There was this guy. He was on a battleship, and the dudes were just like unloading on him with muskets, and he was just walking up and down like getting shit done, loading cannons, and then they couldn't hit him because muskets back then you couldn't fucking hit
no
shit.
aim. Yeah.
You're meant to shoot at like a massive horde of people.
Yeah.
And so he's just like walking up and down this ship, and then he like shakes his fist at the other boat, and he's like, I haven't even begun to fight. But anyway,
that's us right
wait
now.
Wait till you hear. Yeah, wait till you hear what I've discovered to be the first survival horror game in history.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna be shocked. You want to hear what it is?
I'm ready.
It's Pac-Man.
Pac-Man, a survival horror game. Inky, Binky.
The first.
Right.
What were the other ghost names? Blue. That's
Pinky, Inky, Blinky, Pinky.
Inky, Blinky, Pinky, and Blue. I think.
And Mo.
And Bo.
There was one name.
Man, I was a Miss Pac-Man fanatic. If I still see a Miss Pac-Man cabinet, it's like, it's hard for me not to give that around. Yeah, and you're collecting. You're playing for points.
You too. Once we get out of here, maybe you'll get to meet them.
But you are.
Right. You're running from enemies,
it's true survival.
You have a limited number of power pellets.
Yes, because you are only powerful when you have the power pellets, and you only have 4 of those. So it's limited resource manage. You have to manage those resources.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're mostly running away.
And you're mostly running away. Wow, it's the first survival horror game. Yeah. You're fucking right.
Okay. You're making fun of me.
No, I'm not.
No, that's true.
I'm 100% agreeing with you now.
I mean, I would be terrified when I would go to get one of those power things and they would turn off right when I was about to get another dose. You have to fucking book it the other way.
I would die so much in that.
Yeah.
I think by definition, yeah, it's...
You have to hide sometimes as a response instead of attacking.
The chat's saying hide and seek. The first hide and seek game. Wow. First tag game.
That... Maybe. You have to manage your own fucking thirst and hunger, I guess. But my whole thing, when it comes to game genres, game genres can't be named after emotions, because like if you're a player like me, I used to, when I was a kid, I used to get fucking terrified playing the original Resident Evil, but then something just turned off in my brain, and so I don't have that same effect.
Yeah, true.
I don't experience that when I play a game that's meant to be scary. It's just not scary to me, so therefore that aspect of it doesn't factor into the experience, and you can't name a genre based on something that not everybody goes through.
Yeah.
Right. Man, that's...
So it has to be gameplay based, and therefore, if we're talking about the gameplay of survival horror, then what does that mean? And yeah, it's Pac-Man.
It's Pac-Man.
Right? I mean, even survival horror in itself is a combination of 2 different genres. It's combining a...
I can tell you for a fact that it is.
It's yeah, right? Survival games are a totally different thing, like Don't Starve and a bunch of other ones, like those are just about surviving, and then the horror part is the
more the
setting,
zombies
and this
and
like
monsters
and the setting.
Fuck, is this happening again?
So yeah, I mean again like that.
Yeah.
Shit.
That is that is always inherently the issue with genres, right? Is that they're meant to help people discern what something is without having experienced what that thing is. And Vector's always very use the screwdriver on the thing to your right.
Oh, that's right. But you know what? I don't think I need it, because isn't it just a goat statue?
No, I think it's like loot.
I like goats.
Like everything in this game is like...
Oh, it is a plate. We need that to open the castle. a demon crest.
Goats are tight.
Yeah, goats are pretty tight. I want to do goat yoga.
Goat yoga? What is goat yoga?
They get these little billy goats to like stand on you when you're in like your downward dog pose. And
yeah, I'm not fucking doing that.
Yeah,
what,
they walk
what?
around.
What?
They walk around on your back and shit. Brian, if you look it up online, we can show an image. But I just think about like in reality, yeah, I don't want to do that either. I got when I do yoga at home, the dog's fucking walking around on me enough. But these goats, they shit all down your back too.
Yeah, why the fuck would you want a goat to
Goats,
stay on your back?
like rabbits, they do these little pellet shits, you know, like little goat turds running down your fucking butt
yoga.
crack.
Oh, yep. Hell yeah.
It's a white woman thing.
Give me the pellet.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
you learn something new every day.
That's true. That's true.
No,
well, if you want to sound smart, if someone asks you about survival horror, you can tell them the actual genre name is stealth action adventure.
Stealth action adventure.
Yep.
Okay.
That's that.
You know what's interesting?
And I'm going to prove it. I can prove it with science.
I think that's why Metal Gear fans and Resident Evil fans kind of those Venn diagrams cross over a lot.
Uh-huh.
Because the stealth action is so similar to
this.
To survive, or what do they call it? Tactical espionage action is so close to survival horror because it is just at its core stealth action, both genres.
Yeah.
And
I would agree.
And storytelling, cutscene, same console release. Like, there's so many similarities. What's this fucking psycho babbling about? Can't shoot her?
No.
God damn.
They don't let you.
I don't know. She's just
Did
there.
you try the knife?
She's just mocking me. Yeah, let's try the knife. Come here, Mother Miranda. I know who you are now because it's my second playthrough, and I'm not scared anymore.
See, but yeah, like it adds a certain thing to the way that you play the game, right? Like you're a lot more cautious.
Sure,
yeah.
I'm running through because I know what to do,
Exactly.
And I don't even know what to do. I kind of don't remember what to do.
Well, that's one of my favorite things about like playing these games. Like I remember I would play, I'd play this with like Andrew, or I'd play this with Frank, and I would remember the codes to all the locks in the locker or whatever, like things, random shit like that. And it's like,
that's
wild.
Well,
that saved me a bunch of time.
Yeah.
Like having the memory to remember that is like, is that a cheat? That I know the solution to the problem.
That you don't need to look on the back of the game to find the codec anymore.
Yeah. That I don't need it, and now new games are even better about that, where it's like you don't have to go all the way here to get all the way there. You can, back in Silent Hill 1, you had to go to the doghouse to get the key to get the note to find the key. Like
it wouldn't unlock.
Yeah, you couldn't sequence break.
Yep.
And so now with games having that available, like again, that's kind of what Deathloop played on, and it's like, oh well, your New Game Plus is the same game, but now you can approach it from a completely different area. And that's really cool and really, again,
I didn't New Game Plus that. Well, you could play as the other character too.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Julia.
Even as they told the course of how they told the story.
Oh wait, this is where my hands get caught off.
No,
right?
This is where you get knocked out.
Oh, okay.
Deathloop is my favorite.
Well. This is your favorite?
It's cool.
Well, yeah, Game of the Year 2021 for sure.
For sure. Okay, I'd give you that. I forgot what I said, but I probably think it was this.
You're not local.
I can't imagine it being something else.
Well, this was last year, wasn't it?
No, 2021. Last year, I would have said Game of the Year for me was like Resident Evil, like something remake probably, too.
That came out in 2019.
Ah, shit. Now I don't know.
I thought this came out last year.
Village?
Yeah, I thought they went 2019 was... Or was it 2020?
It says 2021 on the back of the game.
21? Okay.
Yeah.
So then it was 19 was Resident Evil 2 Remake.
What did I give last
20
year?
20 was Resident Evil 3 Remake, and then 21 was this.
What was your game of the year last year, though, bro?
I don't remember now.
Yeah, I can't remember either.
Strangers
Yeah,
in
what the
Paradise.
hell happened in 2022?
Strangers in Paradise was my game.
Oh,
of the
it
year
was.
last
You know
year.
what it was? Is Elden Ring.
Oh yeah.
Or was-
Nah.
No. Yeah. Yeah, but I played a lot of Elden Ring. God, I never beat it. Best character in the game.
Because the game forces you to play a lot of it. I thought that game was the best game I had ever played for the first 50 hours, and then it was nothing but diminishing returns for the next 50.
Yeah, you hit walls in Elden Ring where you're like, I've fucking done everything, and I can't find anything new to do, or I'm too underleveled to do anything new. And then it's like something unlocks where, oh, I'm gonna play this again. Holy shit! I just found I could do all this stuff that I was just not aware of. But I think you have like that happened to me like 3 times, and now I've hit a wall where it's like, okay, I really don't know what the fuck to do next. I need to really like watch a guide video or something to try to get past whatever I need to do next. As big as a game as it is, I found myself like done with everything. I thought.
Go find your food somewhere else.
Quiet now, child.
Oh.
What?
I'm the child. You're the one who's arguing
I'm your child.
decision.
Ranty Rose is asking the real questions in chat. But yeah, you wanted to know about the state. Oh wait, did I lose you guys?
No, we got you.
We're just watching
okay.
this cutscene.
You wanted to know about the state of the Metal Gear Union, and here's the situation real quick.
What are you thinking? Because, like, you know, for me, it's like, I don't care.
I don't think when it comes to Metal Gear, Garrett. I know.
You know.
No, here's the situation, right?
Yeah.
With this Metal Gear collection, Konami is trying to reach the FOMO kids, the kids who want to experience the series for the first time, to hear all this shit. They see people like me talking all this shit on YouTube and Twitter. They want to be a part of that conversation. So Konami's trying to reach the new fans.
Yes. Yep.
And that's also what they're doing with Delta, is they're trying to reach an audience that, you know, they weren't able to before.
Sure.
And the fact of the matter is, you know, fan bases, they grow, and fans of Resident Evil now, there are way more Resident Evil fans now than there were when the first game came out.
Oh yeah.
And it's the new fans that dictate the direction that the series is going to go.
You're right.
So they're trying to, you know, like there's still a controversy on the internet about how the collection doesn't mention Kojimini as contributing to the collection. His name is, you know, he's still mentioned in the actual games, obviously in the credits.
Yes.
But his name was left out of the credits specifically for the collection, and there are a lot of people that are upset about that.
Why? He
And
didn't have
people
anything
that
to
are
do
upset.
curating
Exactly.
a bunch
The people
of
that are
emulated
upset.
games.
Which is why those people are stupid, because Konami right now, they're trying to prove that they can continue the series without him.
Yes.
And like, you know, he's not this monolith that they need in order to make Metal Gear, and they need to prove themselves that, you know, the series is still theirs, and it always has been. They own it. And so they want to train. They're trying to train these newcomers, the new fans, the brand new Metal Gear fans, to not be reliant on hideous Kojak.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna want to hide. Where's the hole I hide? Where's my hidey hole?
Right.
Hidey hole,
no, but
Kojimbo, right?
Right? Beck, you're completely right. As
Exactly.
We all have learned through many years of franchises and second iterations and reboots and everything, is that when you have an IP, like, let's just get this right. And I'm sorry, everyone. Whatever you enjoy, whatever property that has been made into a franchise, whatever it is.
I love Batsmaru. Just say
dude,
that.
that benefits better than anybody, because all they are fucking images. They don't have too much of a story. They're just pop culture images, so you can update them with new dress, new attire, who are going to like how cute they look.
Yeah.
And then when they get older, it's still going to be cute because their personality isn't going to change. They're still cute. That's the core of what they are, right? That's what a mascot can do.
Gotcha.
But with a game or with other media, like, if it's going to continue in name, what it does and what it should do in terms of like continuing the story is be that for the new generation. So if it's Resident Evil, what is a Resident Evil in 2023? What would that mean? That's what I think a lot of developers and like studios have kind of gone back to. That's why we have really fun and good Resident Evil games. What they did originally was they were developing, innovating the whole genre. What is a Resident Evil game? Well, a Resident Evil game could be anything.
Yeah.
Well, it can. But then it also can lose its core audience because you've alienated what that genre originally was built on that made it compelling to play. And those were the people who made it such a thing that outsiders felt attracted to go FOMO and learn what they'd been FOMOing about, right?
Okay.
So you get the game because you want to see, why does Garrett and Bryan always talk about Resident Evil? Well, you know what? We do have a lot of shared interests, Garrett and Bryan. When we talk on the show, our viewers hear them, and they're like, oh, I like this because of that. And I found music that same way, too, where it's like a completely different sound of music. Like when I tell people, listen to Oingo Boingo and listen to the Aquabats and tell me you don't see similarities, and people are like, one's a ska band. And I'm like, listen to early Oingo Boingo. It's fucking ska music. Like, and then you know that Bat Commander and the rest of the dudes grew up listening to that, incorporated some of the synth sounds. You can also hear a bunch of Doors influence, a bunch of Who influence, all this shit. And it's like, the same thing happens in gaming. So in 2023, when you're making a new game with the title of that genre, you want to make it like what made those games fun back then. And I think as much as it's not the thing we're seeing a lot of, I think we're seeing a return to that in this generation of gaming. One, because they're not trying to sell Resident Evil to every gamer anymore.
Right.
They're just trying to make a good game with the name Resident Evil on it. And so, love it or hate it, Resident Evil 8 is a good addition, just like 7 was, to what made those games fun. Scary at first, but then fun to run a million times over.
Sure. Yeah. And yeah, I'm with you, both of you guys. It does make sense that Konami, from a business standpoint, needs to show a new age of viewers, or of gamers, I should say, of patrons, of people who are going to consume their product. They need to show them, hey, we can do more Metal Gear without the guy who originally created it, because
you could say it, only I can't say it. You know, like it's like
they need to do that.
That's
it makes sense.
That's my N-word. His name is my N-word.
Oh my god,
that's good.
So yeah, it totally makes sense, because hey man, that's what they're in the business of doing, is making video games that sell, not making a nostalgia art piece that's only gonna appeal to the old heads like me, you, and Brian.
No, they got our money.
Exactly.
They got our money. Yeah.
They got our money, and they know we are. It's not like regular sales. Regular sales, you always go back to your existing clients.
But it's like, you know, this Resident Evil game was the first Resident Evil for a lot of people, a whole generation, because man, Village was talked about so highly. It was like one of the only things to play on the PS5. You know, it was just.
That's why they called it Village instead of just Resident Evil 8.
It's almost like a rebranding in that aspect as well.
Exactly, yeah.
And then, you know, it probably, if anything, prompted gamers to go back and go, let me check these other Resident Evil games out.
Exactly.
And then they don't even know they're like going to buy Resident Evil 2. They buy the remake and think that's Resident Evil 2, you know?
Or like us.
Or they don't even care that it's a remake. I mean, it's just like, no, the new version.
You and I both know that we would go see Dawn of the Dead. We saw Dawn of the Dead in the theaters, the remake.
Okay.
Having already seen the original, and then liking both for different reasons.
For different reasons, yeah. You're talking the 2010 one, yeah.
Yeah, which is, it wasn't
good.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
It's a good zombie movie.
Yeah, right. Like, again, it was like they did the same thing. What made this movie cool in the first place? Which is why, as you guys are saying this, I'm like, this is more feathers, or this is more stones on the weight for if they want to make a new Metal Gear game. And you want people to think, oh, fuck, did it freeze?
Yeah, it did. That's okay. We'll go back to your view.
Do it inside of what looks like a remake. If they really want to
Delta
subvert
idea.
people's expectation, they could have just called it Metal Gear Solid 3 Remake.
They could have.
They didn't have to give it a whole new name, which has, again, we're talking about what did Metal Gear make people do? Scratch deeper past the surface to the meaning that they upfront give you.
Yeah.
And that's what to me, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm ambitious, maybe again, Vec, I do agree with you. I am like wishful thinking up my ass, but if they wanted to show that they could do it without Kojima, this is how you do it. You trick people into thinking you're just getting a remake, when in reality, you're getting a whole new Metal Gear saga.
And I'm getting horny now just thinking about this.
I'm getting horny now just thinking about it.
I got the Daughters of Demetresk on my ass, baby.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
They're so hot, too.
Yeah, they are. She's got maggot mouth, and I'm into it.
I know.
You can bug me anytime, babe. Yeah, man, I think that would be such a cool subversion of your expectations. If you started playing Metal Gear Delta, and then it's like, yo, shit is getting, like, way... I like how my mind instantly was like, it's a VR mission.
Yeah.
Because that's the easiest low-hanging fruit.
Right.
It'd probably have to be something better than that.
It would be a VR mission, but for some sort of, like, futuristic type of, like, brain, like, Matrix training, like, you live through it so you get the experience, and now...
But people would be disappointed because if it wasn't all of Metal Gear 3, if it wasn't all of it, they would feel like, well, fuck, I want the second half of Metal Gear 3 before it switched over to be this new Metal Gear game.
Yeah.
In your scenario, you know what I mean? No one would be happy.
Right.
You
but
couldn't, or I'm sorry, some people would be happy. You couldn't make everyone happy, though. Ew.
Well, I mean, well, if you've been watching the videos on my channel for a while,
yes.
There's one obscure video that gets overlooked a lot because it was kind of like a throwaway. But one of the theories that I had was that all of the Metal Gear games that we play actually exist in the Metal Gear universe in the form of military training sims.
Yes.
Yes.
And there are multiple versions of those sims, which is why we have, the original Metal Gear Solid and the Twin Snakes.
Yes.
It's the same simulation, but with different engines, made for different generations.
Mm-hmm.
Training different
to train.
soldiers.
Yeah, to train soldiers, and so they could easily do something like that and do a meta-referential narrative and say, like, hey, the games that you've been playing, well, they're actually, they've been brainwashing these kids to make them super soldiers, blah, blah, blah.
Like Ender's Game.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. I don't think they have the guts to do that just yet. I think MGS Delta is them proving, or it's like an artist learning how to draw by tracing someone else's work.
Sure.
Yeah. And I think, because based on the gameplay trailer that they released, like the level design is exactly the same. They're just updating the paint job. They're adding some new mechanics, though. They're making it a little bit more like MGS5, so it's going to play better. Snake can crouch walk now.
Cool.
That's cool.
I mean,
yeah,
I was hoping that while I watched it, I just went like, man, if this plays similar to how I run around like a demon in the Fox engine, I'm gonna be happy.
Yeah, I mean, I ran around
like hell yeah.
in that engine. Like Metal Gear Solid 3 had such a fun engine.
Yeah,
with
see, I was never that good at it.
Oh my god. Once I figured out how to do it, I'm like, this game is done.
I'm good at 5, but I was never good at 3. Yeah, you are good with that CQC.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy how overpowered the CQC is in almost every game.
Wonder if that'll get nerfed. But yeah, I thought it was interesting seeing like how beautiful everything in well, of course, it's Unreal Engine 5. But now here's the rub. It's like, is that going to just be a pretty game, or does it change enough to like not be, because Metal Gear 3 is kind of an older game. It's still a great game, but is it going to have
it's almost
classic updated game mechanics? Something like you said, like 5. Is it going to play snappier? Do I have to spend so much time in the survival viewer? God almighty.
And I think that they are going to do that, because you saw in the gameplay trailer, they showed different camos.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are they going to handle that? Is there going to be a radial menu?
Right.
Like, that's why I'm still very interested to see what they do. The marketing, I feel like they're going to keep it really close to the chest.
Yeah.
But we'll see. We'll see what they end up doing, because ultimately they have the opportunity to do something cool outside of just a 3 remake. If it were me and I'm trying to introduce new people to Metal Gear, like in the new generation, it would be a new game that subverts your expectation, because that's what Metal Gear did better than any other game at the time of it coming out. It used the fact that it was a video game to its benefit.
Yeah.
So use the fact that it's a remake to its benefit.
To its benefit. I will say some.
It's a great idea.
Some things I thought that they used to their benefit in this Master Collection Vol.1.
Yeah.
Is the scanning of your memory card when you're in the Psycho Mantis fight. I finally saw how that mechanic works, and that I thought on Konami's part. Let's say something good about Konami.
For once.
Well, we have been saying good stuff, but I feel like they implemented that great. That there's a menu in the pause screen where you can go load up your virtual memory card with old game save icons from the PlayStation 1 era. And they look like the old animated GIFs. They slide over to the memory card in the same way. And it's like, ooh, this is a great way to bring this old kind of gimmick that wouldn't work into the light. And the gimmick will work now.
Yeah.
It's not necessary to play the game, but man, it's there and it's implemented in a great way. To be able, I bet they had to license well, no, it's their games, because he only talked for Castlevania and what was the other one? Splinter Cell? No.
No, there's 10 games total.
10, right.
Okay.
Yeah.
10, but you got to be careful. Do not put all 10 saves in the memory card, or else Psycho Mantis will never shut up. It's not fun.
He will just keep going, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
like Castlevania.
And you like this, and also you must like this.
Which blew your mind, right? Again, it was the same thing. So there's that, right? There in Metal Gear 1, it was subverting your expectation on them having
tricking you
access to your memory card,
and set the controller down. It's gonna vibrate and move. I'll move it across the floor, and it's like, holy shit!
Unless you have
Snake
carpet
got hurt.
in your room.
Yeah, we're gonna put this on your arm, and I'll vibrate the nanomachines.
Yeah.
Just Naomi heals you, and as the player, I'm like. Put it on my arm. Of course, 10 seconds later, I put it right on my crotch.
Oh, dude, it's sat on my crotch.
I was like, wait, she's going to vibrate? Naomi's vibrating?
I did that.
Holy shit.
I did that yesterday on stream.
We all did that. Who didn't? Everyone. And I'm not talking men exclusively. Every gamer out there.
Every gamer.
Holy shit, the controller's vibrating. What's that feel like?
Right, and then they did it again. I've mentioned a million times before how MGS2 takes your information and then just gives it back to you at the end.
They dox you. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I mean
they take your information.
They do. Which is again the whole point of it. It's subverts your expectation. Then when you get to the end, you see your name, your blood type, and your date of birth and location. And you're like,
when did I give them that? Yeah.
How did they fucking know that? How did they fucking know that? How? And then you're like, oh right, I put it.
And 5 does it.
I entered it at the beginning, just like because you think up until that point, game files were just done by your name, and sometimes it would have a couple of extra pieces of information, but that was it. And this one, it was like, well, no, it's not just for your file. This is
for the story.
For the story, and proving the point through the context of if you give them whatever information you put out there, people will use in some way or another.
Against me. Kojima's using it against us.
Well, just use it, whatever that is. So if you gotta be wary.
Wine room. I forget which daughter I go after first here. It's gonna be one of them though. Tell you what.
Yeah, I think it's you have to examine the ring and then you put it in there.
That's right. Wrong one. Well, again, Vec, I love talking to you. I thank you for calling us on a fine Wednesday afternoon.
Appreciate it, man.
Always great to be here.
Always appreciate it. Hey, man, we'll be in touch. We'll see you soon.
Take care, buddy.
All right. Take care, guys.
Peace. That was
Always
great. I love what he said about a Resident Evil game is not a survival horror game on a New Game Plus. Or even a second playthrough because you were aware of what's around the next corner. And that is 100% correct. I love that. I'll never think about that the same way now.
Well, that's how I've always approached these games, is that I love the first time through because it's so smooth.
Oh, you're so like,
and
I can't take one more hit or I'm going to die.
Yeah.
Or it's so nervous.
But then it's like, it really is like, the first time you play it, it's your tutorial. Then the subsequent, it's get creative, try different solutions, try, this or that, and like really give it a...
Try killing this villain off early, and he won't be here at the later part of the game.
Yeah, so...
Like you talked about with that werewolf guy?
Yeah.
It was making me think of the end in MGS 3.
Yeah.
Shoot him in the head while he's in his wheelchair at that first cutscene, and then you don't have to fight him.
You don't have to deal with him in the end.
Ew, she put her wasps in me.
And so then, in that point, it's kind of like a Mario game where it compels you to just try different avenues of how to play the game. And in that way, it's like, well, yeah, the different approach, the different class you're now playing, or the different loadout you have, definitely makes it a whole new game. And that's kind of the point. The first playthrough is your narrative, but then the rest of it is the different games. It's different gameplay types. And that's why I can play a Resident Evil game
like a maniac so many times.
Yeah, that's the first time I played this game. I was cautious. Took me like over 20 hours. I can probably beat this game in like less than 10 hours now for sure.
RE3 remake too.
RE3 remake is...
You loved that one, man.
Oh yeah, and that was because again, it was like it was a remake and a remaster of the original experience of Resident Evil 3, which was not as much based in like resource management and survival horror. It was more of a, like, I mean, it was still survival horror, I guess, in the definition of what survival horror was at the time. But what I mean is,
see that big ass walk out of the room?
Yeah, always look at it. It's not necessarily the same. It recaptures what that game brought, which is a little bit more actiony and a little bit more of a pursuit game. Constant pursuit game is what I call a game like Resident Evil 3. You always have somebody chasing you.
Yeah, Nemesis, you know, Mr. X. In this one, it's Demetresk. It's like, that is a core Resident Evil tenet, is like constantly being chased.
There's an
the tension of that
at some point. Yeah.
The first game did not have that. That's been a staple of Resident Evil 2 and up.
I thought, didn't the Titan find you in different places?
The Tyrant? No. You only fight the Tyrant at the end of Resident Evil 1.
You're right. Holy shit.
But trying to think, like, in 5, does anything chase you? Constantly? Chainsaw guy?
In 5?
No.
5, you did have...
that you like can't kill until the end. I mean, it's Mr. X
or
and
like
it's the
mid
Nemesis.
Through the game, like like a mid boss.
Demetresk is like not the end all be all boss, but she's like a major baddie, you know.
Yeah, and all
this I did before. This when I did it my first time, it was so hard.
Oh,
I was running out of ammo and I was trying to do it by shooting the Lemmy.
Oh.
I did it. This is the first time I've ever done it in one shot. I've never done it.
I've never done it in one shot either.
That was the first time
really
I've ever done that.
That was a very impressive shot. Dude.
I don't know how I did.
But yeah, like this part when I came through it the first time, I'm nervous. Every corner, you don't know what's around there, so you're careful. Your gun's drawn. You know, same thing with Dead Space, Last of Us.
You're listening. I'm not even listening to the game.
Right, because you know you don't have to. You know that you can respond. You've been trained to know what to do when an enemy comes at you. Whether or not you're aware of it, you've internalized roughly how much time it takes for them to like make a movement or get closer to you. Like especially with a game you played several times, you kind of know what you can get away with.
Yeah.
And that's part of the fun of a video game.
That one's full.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't know. Looks like shit.
Yeah, but what? From what? Like fucking a potato diet? Ugh. Looks like scalloped potatoes in there with au gratin sauce on top. I don't like it. Oh, here's the girl's name. Wasn't it Ingrid in the Maiden demo?
Oh yeah.
You were playing as one of these failed.
I remember that. You can
one of these
collect a bunch of shit to bring over in your file.
Da 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 da. I don't know if I'm going backwards or forwards. Okay, we're going forwards.
Now, I did want to catch up with you.
Still jump scares. Oh, yeah, we got a lot to talk about.
Some other stuff, like what you've been doing.
Yes.
I know, didn't you, like, tweet something or you posted something showing your ring gear, I thought, or...
Oh, I posted a picture of my feet to just drive everyone nuts.
I'm getting horny now just thinking about it.
Just drive them fucking crazy, wild in the
like,
streets.
Green pads and stuff.
No, I did. Yeah. I don't know. I took a cool photo the other day. After training, I was taking off all my ring gear.
Yeah.
And my feet were still all taped up because I have to tape up both of my ankles every time I wrestle.
Yeah,
or train or anything athletic now. I'm at that point.
Yeah.
Which is not fucking cheap, dude. The goddamn athletic tape. I gotta buy it in bulk now.
Oh, you can't just use like a bandage tape and.
Well, I mean, it's, athletic tape is what I use. I use a little bit of gauze.
Yeah.
For a base layer, so the tape doesn't stick to my skin. But then you just gotta use like athletic tape. I bet you could use other types of tape, but it all costs the fucking same essentially. You just gotta buy a case of it because I go through a whole roll every time I wrestle. If I train twice a week, yeah, it's 2 rolls a week. It just adds up. But no, anyway, I took a photo of all my shit that I use for wrestling in front of me with my feet all taped up. And yeah, you saw that photo, Brian. That's what I was talking about.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because I want to know how your wrestling is going.
I had to miss yesterday, which bummed me out. I was taking Trish up to L.A. again. We went up Saturday.
All right.
For a little. Her birthday was last week, and we did some stuff she wanted to on her birthday.
Nice.
But then she really wanted to go up to the Grove Mall and do some shopping, and we did that on Saturday. But then on fucking Tuesday, yesterday, she wanted on a totally different day. We couldn't do it all on the same day. Go figure. But we wanted to go. She wanted to go to Universal City Walk Mall, and then also go to like check out the Super Mario World stuff. What am I doing? There, thank God. Are you fucking dead?
No.
Die.
Die, monster.
Don't you ever fucking die? She had to go up a second day for another mall.
Okay.
And Universal. We did the Super Mario Land, whatever it's called.
Super Nintendo World.
And she really wanted to just go like to Hogwarts and buy a wand and some other shit.
Oh yeah, did you guys do the show with it or no?
No, basically like when we got there yesterday,
just went straight to Ollivander's.
We went. No, she was like, she fucking duped me because then she's like, hey, I want to ride Fast and the Furious first. I'm like, what? And we went down there and the line was crazy, or not? Was it Fast and the Furious?
That's part of the tram ride. So.
Oh, okay, it wasn't that. It was what was it? It was something else. She wanted to do Jurassic Park first. I'm sorry.
Okay. That ride's pretty cool.
So yeah, the line was crazy, but it was fun and everything worked because when I went up last time,
yeah,
just like when I was a kid, fucking nothing was working, man. And I'm talking like at the end of that ride, there's an Indominus Rex and a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Yeah.
Both of them were hanging dead. And then nothing happens. There's no crescendo. You just hit the drop on the roller coaster. But they were luckily both functioning. Everything was like tip top. It was a good. That's a good ride when it's working. So I did that, and then we went over into the what is it called? That's down there. You know what ride we got in line for? Transformers, and then it broke, so we got out.
That ride's decent.
Yeah.
I enjoy that ride.
But we did a bunch of shit down on the lower lot. I wanted to do the tram and all this other stuff, but we didn't really have the time. And then last, she saved it for last, was going to Hogwarts, getting a fucking butter beer, and buying a wand at Ollivander's, and then she wanted to go to Honeydukes, and we bought a bunch of hard candy. I was just walking around eating fucking... The hard candy they sell in that Honeydukes is like a fucking inch by an inch. It's huge, like gobstoppers and stuff. So I'm just walking around with like, looking like Ed, and Eddie up in my fucking cheeks.
I was talking about that today on my
Really?
show. I was talking about how like that fucking show lied to me about how good just a Jawbreaker.
Yeah.
I like a hard candy. But I'd get a Jawbreaker being like, this is cool. And then I put it in my mouth and I'm like, I don't taste this. It's in my cheek.
Yeah.
Like, I like the hard candy because you can put on, like, you set it on your tongue. That's why I like lollipops, too. You just turn them around. But a fucking jawbreaker, if you try to put it on your tongue, which is why they're called like, I get the inherent, like, fucking logic behind the name.
Yeah.
But, like, I don't want that in my fucking, I don't want cumbersome candy. I want to fucking enjoy my shit.
But it was a great day. You know, like, I initially was like, God damn, I'm spending a lot of money on you, girl. But it was fun. It was one of those birthday, you know, when the chicks, they want a birthday week. Because it's technically like the third day of things I've taken her out to do. But she's worth it, Brian.
Yeah.
And we had a good time. But yeah, that was yesterday. I don't know, how do we talk about that when from the photo of my feet?
Because you had to miss wrestling.
Oh, I missed wrestling and I was bummed. Yeah, I was bummed. But yeah, that was just I don't know, a couple weeks ago I was like, I haven't thrown anything on Instagram. I'm going to put this photo I took the other day. Fucking hell. She's beautiful, isn't she? But the thing that I thought was interesting about that photo is, like, I bet a lot of people don't know that I had to tape my ankles up. And they're probably like, why has he got tape on his ankles?
You mentioned it a few times here, but
sure.
I don't think a lot of, like, people who follow you don't watch the PPS.
So that's where I mean, and I think a lot of people too are like, what is this? Like, because it doesn't really say wrestling unless you're maybe familiar with how wrestling gear looks or works.
I think people have, like, a general idea of that, but yeah.
But I did have a good time though, because in the photo, what I thought was the most interesting was, like, all the stuff that I wear. I wear, as you can see, there was a dance belt, there were knee pads, there were kick guards, you know, kind of like a shin guard kind of kick pads.
Yeah.
There was also the most important item, a pack of gum. I chew gum every training. Because we're in each other's, you're headlocking up with a bunch of people. I don't want coffee breath all up in my pre-workout breath all up in Mason's face. You know, I got Vic Valentine putting me in a headlock and I'm breathing on it. That's not nice. So as a courtesy, the gum was out there. What else was in that photo? Zip ties. Anyone guess what I use zip ties for? Every training, every wrestling training, gotta have a zip tie.
Your hair?
That's exactly it. Correctamundo. Brian, what do you win? You want to use my chapstick? I don't have much.
That's okay. Dude, that just reminds me.
But yeah, I zip tie my hair up, and I have to cut it out.
That works better than anything
else,
I'm sure.
I can pull it out like one strand at a time until it's loose enough to pull all the way off. Sometimes I do that when I'm driving.
That's funny.
Yeah, so that was just kind of like here's my everyday carry for how I go to wrestling.
That's cool though.
I'm glad you got a kick. I'm glad I got a kick out of it. I hadn't used Instagram in forever, and it's like I should post more photos. What do I have in my camera reel? Oh, that was a cool photo.
Yeah.
And I initially put it into the comments. I was going to say, what was I going to comment in it or whatever description? I was going to leave the description like, can you believe I did it for free or something like, you know, because I'm showing feet. And of course, I just left it blank, but all of the comments were like,
feet for free?
For free?
I'm
Thank
telling
you,
man. People want feet.
They do. And I don't know that they're even facetious at this point because like it's a joke.
No.
With me.
That's why I like doing it. It gets
I think it's
funny. It tingles people's little loins.
But it really is. There are so many comments that it's like, okay, 3 of these are probably joke comments. But man, there's like 10 other ones that I think they're really excited I showed feet.
Yeah, they are. And I mean, I've been saying it for years. If you want, slide into my DMs. I will sell you feet pics.
Brian is all about it. We can't proposition though. I think it's.
I'm not propositioning. I'm just saying slide into my DMs.
She's saying it's available.
Ask what pricing could be for feet pics for different, you know.
How many roses per photo?
Whatever you might need for me. For my toes to be in or around,
whatever you could need in
between my
toes,
in
a time of need.
If you're weird enough, you know what? I'm sorry. I don't even. Let me rephrase. If you're one of those
people rich enough
who find it fascinating to buy used underwear, slide into my DMs. There may be a price that I will give you the underwear that I've worn. I'll wear them for as long as you want and won't wash them. You can smell my ass.
Oh, no.
And it won't be for free. You pay the premium, and I'm not joking. If you want to, my DMs are always open. I'm an open vessel. You should know this.
He is an open vessel.
Marker placed.
We do know this.
I'm trying to finance a wedding. I'm trying to buy a house, and if I can buy a house on feet pics.
See, now you and your fiancé start selling feet pics together. That's how you really make money.
Yeah, we'll do the little intertwining.
Couples' feet, toes holding hands. Yes.
Yeah.
Interlocked.
Yep. Interlocked.
Cells within a cell. Interlocked.
See, hold on. There it is. There's the name. Find me anywhere at King Lord Bryan. Slide into the DMs. I'm on X. I'm on Blue Sky.
Be warned.
I'm on fucking Instagram.
Are you really on Blue Sky?
Yeah. I have 5 invites if anybody needs them.
I don't
on Twitch.
care. I don't want
care
to do another. If anything, it's like I want to learn how to use TikTok.
Yeah.
Because
I'm on TikTok.
I need to get onto the next new shit. But you know what I found out? I have a TikTok. I'm not using it for anything yet, but I downloaded it, and I should say I re-downloaded it, and I actually made an account this time. And I was looking at it and trying to learn how to use it because I want to stay relevant. Mm-hmm. And I thought, like, oh man, do I like focus my wrestling stuff on a TikTok, or do I make it just me? And it's like my YouTube, it's like, here's some DJ stuff, here's some wrestling stuff, here's some video game stuff. It's like everything. Do I make 3 TikToks? And I got a video game one, I got a music one, and I got a wrestling one, and whichever one takes off, then I promote that one more. Yeah. I don't know how to. I was kind of like feeling out the waters so I can answer these questions for myself.
Right.
And then what I realized is that, man, it was so cool. TwitchCon, they just announced co-streaming is allowed. We podcasted on Twitch last Sunday and YouTube for the first time.
I need to figure out how to set that up on my show.
It's fucking awesome. Johnny did it for us. It's usually, like, in XSplit, what we use, it's just adding another source.
Okay.
Same with Streamlabs. It's adding a secondary source or whatever.
I gotta do that.
But, yeah, it was super cool that at TwitchCon that got announced that Twitch is now allowing you to do that.
Yeah.
And the first thing I thought is, like, okay, well, fuck, TikTok is like the new platform that I want to be on, and it's a streaming service. How can I figure out how to like do the PPS on? Because it's weird, because like you can't capture game footage on a fucking phone. So how do you stream? Like I was just thinking about what are unique ways I could do. Yeah, I thought about like setting up a mirror and putting the camera there or whatever. Anyway,
that's what some people do.
But then I realized, you can't live stream unless you have 1,000 followers.
So fucking happy. On TikTok,
Jesus Christ, that's a lot.
The same thought.
So yeah, you could post videos, you could post pictures, you could post text, but you can't do shit unless you get 1,000 followers. And that's not.
You could probably get it pretty quick.
You say that like I don't even think I have 1,000 Instagram followers. I think I'm pretty decent on Twitter, but
there's no way I have more Instagram followers than you.
I hear there's a link right here.
I have 2,600 Instagram followers.
I have a shortcut.
Oh yeah, you do.
Wait, where'd it go? Why is it not there? Oh, there it is. I have too many shortcuts. Let's see, Brian, full screen.
Yeah, you have 7,500.
Oh, 7,000. Okay. Oh, here's a photo.
Oh, there's a picture.
Here's my feet. There's my feet. Yeah, that's a dance belt.
I'll tape up my
Brian,
feet.
You asked what the dance belt is?
Oh, I see.
That's
now.
a dance belt.
Hey, we use the same deodorant.
I wear 3 pairs of underwear under the shorts that I wear.
Oh, my ass gets sweaty too.
It's not sweat. You gotta have a. Mason said, you need to discover. What did he call it? Tiny balls. You need to. Because like if you take a front bump or like you do certain sunset flips or certain moves,
want them to be, yeah.
He's like you got to develop. I forget what he called it, but like not tiny ball syndrome, but like you have to learn to. That was the first day of lessoning. Was like take a front bump. Did I say lessoning?
Yes, you did. Yep, I liked it.
Yep.
All right. Take that from the top.
First day lesson.
First day of lessons in the ring. It was like, okay, front bump, bend your knee. Don't just fall flat on your front.
Yeah.
You bend a knee. You go like, whoa, one knee up, and you fall one leg straight and one knee's up. So you whatever. But then other moves, certain things, like just smashing into your crotch,
Yeah.
You want a lot of compacted, close to the body. I tell you what, the best thing about getting done with a wrestling match or getting done with training is to, like, peel all these layers off.
Dude.
And, like, oh, my God. Everything is, like, you know what bat wings are, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like the bat cave where everything is just, like, fucking stuck to myself.
Yeah, I know, man. When I do the bike on KLBR or on Big Dogs,
it's bad.
I get off of that, and I'm so excited after
To
the
take
show
off
to
all
just
your clothes?
take off the fucking
Well, technically-
underwear and the sweaty shirt.
Technically, I am nude in this photo, if you think about it.
I mean,
because I've got the dance belt. No, I'm not. I've got my base layer of boxers, or in my case, my boxer briefs on.
right. So those
And
are,
then the
those
dance
are
belt.
worn.
The dance belt goes on next.
Dance belt.
And then those Adidas like boy shorts go on top of that.
Yeah.
And then the Adidas like boxing
See,
trunks.
look. Dogs are free this Saturday.
See, everyone knows.
The
yeah.
dogs are out. Please unwrap.
Please unwrap.
Crusty Nut sock video.
That's what I thought when
For
I saw the
free.
please unwrap. I was like, oh, this might be a real comment. This isn't like my friends in on the joke
No,
with us.
that's what I'm saying.
That's a real
man.
comment. That's a user in the wild.
I will unwrap for a price. I'm telling you, I'm glad to show feet for a price.
I'm doing the St. Vitus dance.
You know, I'm trying to make some money in this world.
Where are we going now? I escaped from the daughter by running
In
down.
here.
I
You
killed
put the
one of them.
wine in the thing.
That's right. It's here.
Behind you. You turned around the whole wrong way. That's great.
Put your left foot in.
And I think does she come in through here?
She might grab my ass.
Or does it like open up something else in the room? I forget.
I don't know. Oh, there.
There it is.
Should have just stayed there. Boom, boom, boom. Ah. The key to the courtyard. Yeah, we're getting out of here, bud.
Yeah, dude,
Oh yeah,
you're-
she's
you're-
in the other. She's in her tower. She's in her other apartment.
You're about to encounter her again going downstairs. She's gonna get mad at you for killing her daughter.
Killing her first daughter.
Yeah.
She got two more.
Is that my fucking daughter in there?
Is that my daughter in there?
I played.
You know that's Kevin Bacon and
Sean Penn.
And Sean Penn.
Yeah.
Sean Penn screaming about the daughter, and Kevin Bacon at the end is.
It's the
Let
father.
him in. That's the father.
Oh
yeah, here she is. She's all pissed off.
I think you like go around her and then you go through that door or something.
Oh.
Or do you not? Whoa.
Drink of my blood, for it is the blood of Christ. Eat of my flesh.
'Cause you can't kill her, right? Yeah.
Not yet. We can kill her with the cold air, right? Oh, I'm like all fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, use it.
Why didn't you use it? Okay, there you
Oh,
go.
he did use it. Wait, triangle. Fuck.
Wait,
I don't have any health
follow.
items?
Wait, follow. Nope.
Damn.
Is this one? I don't think she follows you out here because she can't.
She can't.
Um,
Mommy doesn't let her outside?
well, what is it? I think the cold?
Yeah, the cold definitely isn't good for the metamucite. Something like that. But I'm really going to hobble around here like fucking half dead?
There's health somewhere around here.
Probably in here.
That's situational dropping. You could also,
Oh,
no.
there.
'cause
He got better. I just had to wait a little while.
I forgot that health in this game. Oh,
You slowly regenerate from like that critical state. Why do I keep hitting the wrong button? I'm
Because
still.
you're used to playing Metal Gear.
Oh wait, crafting. I forgot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could.
Duh.
Craft, but you don't have any.
I don't
oh
have
no,
any-
you do. You can
I
craft
just
two.
made fucking 3 of them. How about that?
Yeah, because it's not herbs in this game. You can use the herbs, but it's not about the herbs.
Yeah. I mean, totally changes the. It's a crafting game too. Now you're adding those elements.
A little bit, yeah.
Well,
right.
you always had that in Resident Evil, red and green.
Well, now the
herbs.
resource management comes in on how you want to use your crafting elements.
Yeah.
Because the same crafting elements go towards ammo and.
Well, and they did
health.
that too in Resident Evil 3, where you could use the gunpowder for the first time to make different types of ammo.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah, really, like, depending on how you play, like, man, I only want incendiary stuff. Like, we'll just save those rounds, you know, for bosses and only make incendiary. Okay, we're good. Oh, here's like a secret thing. Boom. Some lay. We got piestas, we got lay.
Piestas.
You never earned money in Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3.
No.
Or Code Veronica.
4 brought pesetas, and this one I don't know what they call it. The lei? Oh, I thought I kept thinking you were saying like the name of the gun, but it's the Lemmy.
Lemmy.
What was I gonna say? There was somebody asked something that I wanted to bring up.
The gun.
We were talking about feet, followers on TikTok.
Oh, wrestling.
Wrestling.
I took Trish
balls.
up. I spent too much money on Trish, taking her up to Universal and the Grove and what else? What else did we do? I've been walking the dogs. Found a new dog park. Can't get in. Boom. There's a door I go in through here. But which one is it? That's the way back out to the village. There's only fucking 3 options here. Oh, no.
Oh, now I remember. Somebody in the chat was like, maybe they were saying that you should make a cameo. And I don't know if it was directed at you or me.
Yeah. I don't know. Support
you know?
Mega64. Go to shop.mega64.com. That's how you can support me. But I don't know if I'm down to, like, fuck around with Cameo. I know Rocco and Sean are doing cameos every once in a while. I have a very, very full schedule already. And I have not found time to fit video games back into that schedule in my free time. And if I add Cameo to that mix, then you kiss my ass goodbye. I mean, fuck. Yeah.
I mean, I thought about doing a cameo, and it would
you do that?
I would do a cameo. My gimmick would be that obviously the only buddy.
I don't think I could necessitate a cameo. I don't think people would buy shit from me.
If it doesn't cost me anything to have one, then why not just have one?
But you have to go through all of this approval process and shit.
I don't mind to see what ends up happening.
Yeah.
Just like in our fucking.
I just have a feeling,
song.
as hard as it was for Sean to get accepted.
Yeah.
I have a feeling like me and you have no chance in hell. Not to say anything.
See. Like you have to go through a legit approval process.
Yeah,
yeah. That makes sense.
And Sean had a hard fucking time.
I see.
Rocco slid right in.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm a big deal. Rocco's always been very, very good at making sure people know who he is, and that is one of the best things. About,
Sean,
Rocco.
Sean had a hard time, I think, finally like getting it to go through. But when it did, he got a pretty decent amount.
That's good. Well, everything with Sean's a nightmare.
A nightmare.
Everything's a nightmare. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. Going to his daughter's dance was a nightmare. Shaving his head, my nightmare.
No, I think you're kind of you're mispronouncing it. It's a
nightmare.
Literal nightmare.
Guys, it was a literal. It's always like this. A literal nightmare.
Bro!
I love Sean so fucking much.
Well, he had 8 birthdays to host.
Oh, is Hell Month over?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Now, that is not what he calls it. Just clarifying.
You sit down.
It's what we call it. For him. But yeah, no, he's over birthday Hell Month.
Yeah, that's good. Well, see, now that I know that Cameo is something that you have to like get approved for, first I'll try no harm, no foul, but I would want to do it under the moniker of just some random dude. Everybody's famous on Twitter, but some random dude with a good advice, like, all the big dogs, all the Mega 64, Mega 64ians and the internet soldiers. Maybe they would want a cameo for somebody who might fucking maybe know who I am, but imagine it becomes a funny little meme for a little bit, and I make money like those fucking NPC characters.
Well, I want it to happen for you big time, dog.
I just need to make money.
Income streams are what it's all about.
Yeah.
Multiple
Whoa,
income
did you just solve
streams.
it by accident?
Did I? I did. I fucking solved it by accident.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
went clockwise around the room, and I was just gonna.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just gonna make them face each other.
Broken clock is right twice a day.
Dude, I was going to just make them fucking look at each other. I made these two bitches look at each other. I was gonna make them,
I
but
mean, that's what
before
you're supposed to do. Yeah.
before I even got to the horse, it did it.
My horse. That was fucking amazing.
How no fall damage?
If we had to. Oh my! That is the one part.
Could've
Whenever I
done that
play
again.
this game, I always forget how you're supposed to face the things.
What if we beat the game tonight?
Nah, I mean you're much further than you were.
I'm further than I thought I was going to get today,
yeah.
and we're only. Oh no, wait, we've been going for 2 hours.
Oh, we're almost at.
Fuck.
Yeah, we're over 2 hours.
Yeah, we should get to a save point.
We've been. I mean, this game cruises in terms of like the pace.
It does.
What are you trying to shoot?
I'm trying to get. Well, I shot a box over there, but how the? Here we go. Oh no.
You know what? Yeah. DP Music says endless MGS streams, MGS5 streams have paid off.
Yeah, I'm good now, or what?
Oh, get good. Watch out!
I wanted him to bite. I like the bites.
My horse.
One?
But yeah, yesterday, or Monday, you emailed me and the rest of the PPS quartet.
Yes. Kristen, you know her as Earth Crisis actor.
In the chat
and
right
Horace, Horsecaller.
Hell yeah.
Caleb with a B, Caleb Bragg. They worked on all the music.
Yes.
Brian and I worked on some drops and some vocals, and yeah, the song's out.
Some vocals.
Did you?
I played it yesterday.
You played it on KLBR. I played it.
Yeah.
I played it out of our show on Monday. The last Metal Gear.
That's what people were saying yesterday.
But take it as you. Take it for what it is. I will say, everything played on the PPS is through a Bluetooth speaker.
Yeah.
It's not running Bluetooth, but it's essentially there is a tiny speaker right here.
Right there.
Where every sound effect.
You sit down!
I went,
Fuck. Yep, fuck. Thanks.
Every drum beat, every noise that's not my voice comes out of this little speaker here. Including
me.
Brian.
Including me.
So, the fidelity that's the way the PPS sounds. That's why the PPS sounds this way.
Yes.
But the fidelity of getting this track on Halloween with the Scum Tapes release, that's usually when this happens, it's like still record, and we're being fucking rated. Thank you for the subs.
Yeah.
Rosso WD.
What's up, Wit? Okay, they can see us.
They can see us.
But our
okay,
game
but the game's
capture
gone.
is down.
Okay, cool. Well,
Okay.
Let me pause the game so I don't get killed.
Yeah.
I got hella control. Dude, I got hella controller drift now with my fucking new camo controller.
What?
Pissing me off.
Really?
Yeah. Are we still?
Can you hear us?
Can
you
see.
see us?
They can see that.
Hello? Can you see me looking at my phone?
I'm gonna restart this. But hey, we were signing off anyway.
Yeah.
Was there anything else we were gonna follow up on?
We beat Metal Gear. We're doing Resident
Oh,
Evil.
I sent you the.
Oh yeah,
the song.
The song that's
what I was saying.
out. That comes
Mixtape
out.
is coming out on October 31st.
Okay.
Check my Twitter, your Twitter, the Scum Tapes online Twitter. But yeah, the Scum Tapes, Many Faces of Filth 4, Close Encounters of the what kind?
I don't know.
Find out for yourself.
Scum Tapes.
Yeah, check it out.
Buy it
That's
on Bandcamp.
That's going to be on Bandcamp. That's going to be the way you can download our release. Just like the last Wiring Solutions release, you'll be back.
Yep.
And if you haven't picked that up, you can also pick it up from last year's compilation. But yeah, Brian's pulling it up right now. We're going to show you what that looks like.
There's last year's.
There's last year's right there.
We're pretty up in the track list, aren't we? I forget where we are, Wiring Solutions.
I forget.
There
we are.
Track 9.
You'll be back.
We got a new one this year.
You'll be back.
Shut the fuck up, or sit down, shut the fuck up, and sit the fuck down.
Check it out.
It's a
it's
really
coming.
good song.
Shouts out to Caleb and Kristen. I told Kristen when I sent her a DM to get her email address, I was like, yo, my heart sings when the bass line in the breakdown goes.
I love that.
When the bass line drops, just that slide down in a note, it's just
It's good.
That's when you know. Oh, and I love Sean's rant in the bass line.
That was good.
I kind of cut out pieces to make that fit.
Good.
And then I rearranged. The last thing I rearranged is his "fuck" at the end.
I thought that was. I noticed that you made that change, and I'm like, that is better.
We were like, does it go before dance class? Does it go wins? Wins dance class has to be the thing that hits right before the breakdown. So we were trying to fit "fuck" in there, but how I shortened some of the shit he says before, so I could give a little breathing room for the "fuck."
It was good.
Okay, good. I like that.
I like that last minute change when I heard it, because I played it live on the show on yesterday, and I'll probably play it tomorrow too. So I have the Wave version. I'm playing it off of like a nice ass fucking equipment.
You're playing it directly injected into the stream.
And my settings are set at like 92,000 hertz.
Refresh? Damn.
No, for my audio settings on Windows, because I have a board connected to it, so everything processes. I can do high quality audio through it instead of like studio quality audio, not 36-bit, but like fucking 60, whatever it is above it. But yeah, come on by. KLBR is a fun place to be.
I just learned about that when I was looking up how to export.
Yeah.
Because we record like 96 hertz sample rate.
Mm-hmm.
We export in WAV format, but it was like 16-bit, 24-bit, or 32-bit float. What are these? What does that mean? What is that?
It's the amount of data that it carries.
It is. It's the volume.
It's like a photo. It's like a raw photo. Holds more data behind what your image is. That's all encoding does. It reduces the amount of backend.
But
data.
I didn't know. And professional loud wave files in 16-bit are plenty. But I was looking at what 24 and 32 and 64-bit actually do, and it's the amount of volume.
Yeah.
You can literally encode more decibels into 24-bit and even more decibels into 32-bit audio. So it can be louder, and that's probably why reference equipment or professional equipment would record in those high, not bit rates, but those high bit encodings.
Yeah.
It's weird learning about that.
Yeah, it's literally the amount of data it's holding.
Yeah.
So that's why.
That data can be expressed as decibels, as actual You
decibels.
can make a song louder if it has a higher bit encoding.
And so what that allows for more specifically is not that the song on its own is individually louder, but rather when it comes down to the main thing that you did right there at the end, which is what are we
getting?
That?
We're getting reverb on my shotgun blast. This sounds fucking cool.
You get.
Did I get her?
Yeah,
I did.
You get
These are all women, by the way.
Oh, so these are the ones that are in the.
I found Ingrid's necklace. Where is it? Here? Oh no, wait. Maybe it's. Where's your special items? Crafting, key items, treasures. Ingrid's necklace. This was one of the girls down there too. The maidens.
That makes sense. But yeah, that's what it does. It allows for more room for all the instruments, for all the different things that you're gonna mix into the track to have that room. This is so great.
Is that coming through the fucking 8-bit sound?
Yes. The 8-bit gun sounds, but we sound fine.
We sound fine. I mean. This is fucking killing me.
Oh my god.
It's like a fucking. We have like a CRT filter on Resident Evil 8.
Jesus. I like this one because somebody comes in from the bottom. Yep.
You knew right where it was.
Oh, dude, I have this fucking game memorized. Please don't lost.
Whoa! Get your sword out of here. I mean, everything's like distorted too.
Yeah, your whole.
My yell. He will
it's
reload.
all your game audio.
Yeah. We got the video back, but. You want more? God damn. Shot in the back.
I didn't realize those were all women.
Shot in the back. I think they are.
No, I think
Correct
you're
me
right.
if I'm wrong.
Because all of the ones in the village are male.
All that's left?
That's what attacks you in the village.
Yeah.
Upskirt.
Sorry, lady. It really is. Funny.
Remember that back in the early 2000s, everybody talking about upskirts and down blouse?
Oh, when like Paris Hilton was being photographed getting in and out of Lamborghinis.
Every celebrity had a vag shot
on
by
purpose.
by paparazzi.
Can we
had to be on purpose.
Of course, Lindsay Lohan
Why are you
and
going
all those
out in public without panties on?
Of course, dude.
I mean, I know it happens.
That shit was so scripted.
Yeah. I mean, you're going out with them. Yeah, right.
They played us like a fiddle.
Micro skirts, and you think that that a person is going to be foolish enough to not know that somebody might be able to see up that skirt?
They played us like a damn fiddle.
Come on.
All right, let's save. This is a good spot to end it. Next time we'll come back. The sound will be better, and we're gonna go right out this door here, and we're gonna see Lady D making a phone call. Oh yeah.
Right.
They got a phone line. They don't have electricity. They're using fucking outdoor torches to light the castle, but they got a phone line. You don't what?
I am so fucking pissed.
You don't give a fuck about this dance, bro?
You're right. I don't give a fuck about the dance. Come back next week, though, because I will dance. I'll be dancing on this bearskin rug. Woohoo!
Ooh.
Yippee! Ethan's a
bye-bye skin rug.
A mover and a shaker. Hey, woohoo!
Fucking 8-bit sound is the best. It's the best.
Guys,
Jesus.
It's been a real fun one. I want to say one more time, thanks to everyone who helped out with our friend Mario's GoFundMe. If you need any info, Brian can drop it in the chat right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I will show the page one more time for our homie.
Here's the ugly link.
That's the big one, baby. We don't use small links on the show. But I saw a lot of names on there that I recognize. If you did donate, do contact us either through DMs on Instagram, Twitter. Talk to us on the show right now in the chat, because we have, again, for y'all who helped out, physical media. We got tons of Mario's old discography and catalog.
Yeah, the Razor Knights record alone is
going
really cool.
back, to multiple stab wounds and Jet Kill Radio.
And Makeout Boys.
The Shrink. Oh, the Makeout Boys CD, too. Yeah, that's crazy.
Actually, if you don't have that, you should take that.
There's a couple I don't have, but I want to give back, because that's what this is
nice
for.
We are.
But and we'll throw in some slow draw stuff too. Just you gotta tell us who you are. We can verify that you were who you say you are, and we'll get this stuff shipped out.
Post haste.
I don't even care if it's international shipping. Fuck it.
We'll make Kevin do it.
Hey guys.
No, we'll do it.
I'm paying it. But thank you guys. As always, King Lord Bryan. You can check him out.
See you tomorrow.
You can check him out at KLBR Radio and on the Big Dogs with Frank Howley.
That's right.
We are still rocking the Hell Festival drop at shop.mega64.com. We also have new episodes coming with me in Movie Club. How did I get an invite? But yet another Movie Club invite for The Lost Boys. You got to go over to Patreon.com/Mega64.
Young Richard Gilmore in that movie.
Yeah, you know.
I know.
It's a classic.
It's a great movie.
As well as
Santa Cruz.
We love Sean's. Bro. You're right, and it's an allegory for Santa Cruz too. We love Sean's new Patreon exclusive podcast, Record Club, as well. He just had Rachel on to talk about a band that is near and dear to her heart. Bro. So yeah, check out everything we're doing on Patreon. Check out everything on our website to support us. And please stay tuned, because next week we're coming back. Lady D and her daughters are going down. See you next time.
Bye-bye.
We opened with this song.
Yeah, how y'all doing there tonight? Ding, listen up. I got the problem to pick with y'all down there. There's a fella down there named John or some shit working behind the counter. Threw a bucket of ice and squid all over my car. And I want to reckon that I'm going to break his nose if something ain't done about this. I want some kind of legal action done. Excuse me?
He was fired today.
Oh, he was fired? What was the reason? Because he threw the squid all over my car?
I'm not sure. All I know was that there was something wrong with his customer service.
Yeah,
You're telling me.
He slapped my friend. Hey, tell him how he slapped. Go ahead, So he got fired today?
Yes, he did.
All right, can you give me his address so I can stick some bacon in his mailbox?
Hi, am I on the air? Yep.
You don't know his address?
Fuck.
All right, well, I'm going to come in there and thank you personally for a job well done.
Thanks.
All right?
Okay.
All right, thanks a lot, John. See ya.
Thanks a lot, John. All right, see you guys next week.
You don't give a fuck about this dance, bro!
Yeah.
Brother! Big dude! Brother!
Oh, son of a bitch! Don't walk away from... What the fuck?